Tarot. Happy full moon in Aries, everyone, of 2021. Sorry I did not get these up sooner. I have been exhausted and very busy the last couple of days dealing with bad allergies and things like that. So I am sorry. I'm still very tired tonight, but I really wanted to get these up. Full moon readings, you know, are very much, of course, kind of the moment, but they really do last for a month's time. Those are, you know, usually the cycles we deal with is about 28 to 30 days from full moon to full moon until the next full moon cycle comes along. And that one will be in Taurus next month. But today, the moon has already reached its apex in the sign of Aries at its full moon point. At about 10 a.m. Eastern time. So we are definitely swinging in that full energy of the Aries full moon, guys. So I already posted up the first half, and those would be Libra through Pisces. I already did those as individual readings. So tonight I'm just going to go ahead and start out with Aries through Virgo. We're just going to finish up the first of the 6 signs so that you all get your full moon readings going on. So hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't done so yet or you're brand new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video with anyone you think might enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. If you're interested in a personal reading, I'm really not taking on too many right now. But do reach out if you're interested. I've just been extremely busy, guys. Anybody that's waiting for a reading with me, I'm sorry about that. A lot of it is scheduling too. You know, if you don't have a solid date and time that you're available, or if I'm available and you're not able to do it, you know, it just gets really messy. So, you know, if you want to set up something, please know when you're available. And if I reach out and say, I'm ready to go, if you're not ready to go, it might be a while till I'm able to come back to you, because I do have a lot of people in the queue for that. So that's kind of my situation right now on personal readings, because they do take time. I have, you know, people think it's just a spur of the moment as these live streams are, and they are not. When I do a full personal reading for someone, it is about an hour and a half to 2 hours of reading time involved, and I have to prep for that. I have to get your charts printed up. I have to, you know, go over those before I start so that I really know what I'm talking about when I read for you. So just keep all that in mind when you are booking or requesting a personal session. It is not something that just, you know, pops right out. It's not like putting your coin in a bubblegum machine and getting, you know, it's not like that. You know, there are some readers that you can reach out to that are going to be a lot more like, you know, on the spot like that. But I like to get a little bit of prep, especially if I'm doing astrology charts, because those are very detailed. And in order to give you the best read, it does take me a little bit of preparation to get everything together for you in advance. So do be patient with that, guys. If you are waiting for a personal read and you haven't heard back from me, you know, don't be shy to, you know, remind me or say you've got some time open or whatever. But if I don't get right back to you, please don't take it personally, because it's just, I have a lot on my plate right now. And scheduling can be a thing, especially if you're in a vastly different time zone than me. Because yeah, I do get people from all over the world requesting that as well. All right. Hey there, Shanta. Good to see you. We're going to be doing Cancer tonight. We're doing Aries through Virgo tonight, our first 6 signs. We already finished the second half, the Libra through Pisces last week. So these are going to be your full moon readings for this evening. So let's start out with Aries, guys. Hey there, Sharon. Good to see you. So Aries folks, this is your special magical full moon. I should have my big full moon light. I don't know where that thing is gone. But happy full moon to you, Aries. This is your special full moon of 2021. And we're going to be reading what's coming in for you around this full moon, past, present, and future. Keep in mind that the past, present, future energies with a full moon last about 28 to 30 days. So what's coming in for you right now with this full moon, you're going to feel it, at least until the next full moon arrives next month. All right, so keep that in mind as we do these. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, let's see what we've got for our fabulous Aries for their special full moon in their own sign of 2021, please. Anything they need to see for their highest and best good. Show us Aries. Nice. Very nice. I like to see that. All right, so in the immediate past, this would be the last month cycle from the last full moon. And interestingly enough, our last full moon was in Pisces. So I really feel like you tap directly into that energy when we have this new moon in Pisces card coming up. Meditate and contemplate. I would say that for a lot of my Aries folks, this past month cycle maybe has not been quite as active. You've been doing a lot more self-reflection, a lot more spiritual, internal work. And so, you know, that might feel a little frustrating to Aries because you are the action sign of the zodiac. You really don't like it when you have to sit still for too long. But I feel like for whatever reason, spirit, the universe, the divine has kind of got you taking a time out, you know, over this past month. Let's clarify this. Yes, and it's because you've needed to do some personal growing, some personal growth coming in there with that growth card. You know, and this is a waxing crescent on this particular energy. So I feel like it's been really important for you to take a time out, right? She's got her little pocket watch, so she's taking a little time out and really taking the time to spiritually grow, emotionally center, and get very grounded. Some of you may have really been working at, you know, cultivating the roots of your spiritual life as well, to really get that balance, to meditate, to, you know, reflect. That's been very, very important for you, Aries. Coming in on the present energy tonight of the full moon, I really love to see this card, the new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Sagittarius is a fellow fire sign, so I feel like the energy that's coming in with your full moon in Aries tonight is going to be one of expansion, greater luck, greater, you know, coming out of stagnation, really getting a move on. We do have Jupiter just this past weekend went into direct motion after a 5-month retrograde, and that is the ruler of Sagittarius, guys. So I feel that this is really opening you up to some new experiences, some new expansion, and you kind of feel like, you know, after taking this break, after taking these timeouts, really doing some inner work on yourself, it's like the corner is being turned. Action is starting to come back in, coming out of stagnation, and you're feeling more open going forward. So that's a very nice card to see indeed. And again, look at that wisdom, because you're taking the knowledge that you've accumulated and you're going to the next level. And Sagittarius is all about gaining knowledge, right? It shoots those arrows of, you know, exploration, right? It's always looking for a new way to grow, evolve, change, to learn more, to do more. And wisdom is really when you start to incorporate your knowledge into your daily practice. That's really what that is. And so what I feel is that as you move forward, it's like you're starting to integrate this knowledge that you have gained or acquired into your daily practice. Going into the immediate future here, the next month's cycle coming up for you, Aries, is the full moon in Scorpio. Time to release any negativity. So if there's anything that you need to purge, cleanse, face off with, you know, shadow side of yourself, it's like it's a perfect time to do that. We're stepping into Scorpio season here in just 2 more days. I feel like Scorpio season is going to be very powerful for you. And I almost like, I'm getting the image of like taking the broom or taking the feather duster and just dusting out all of the, you know, the excess, you know, really cleansing and clearing yourself for this new action that's coming in. And it is a good feeling. Yes, it is, with the pleasure card on top of that. I feel like it is such a beautiful, powerful release, and it just gives you a lot of relief. It takes a lot of weight off your shoulders. It's just like, oh, sigh, right? You know, it's that, just that feeling of like, thank goodness that I have transformed beyond that. Let's get some tarot on this for you, Aries. We're going to go past, present, future, just like what we looked at for these lunar cycles. Please, Spirit, for Aries and the tarot. good shuffle on these. I've been really feeling that need to like really get these shuffled. Yeah, Aries. I feel like, you know, you're really experiencing, you're learning how to deal with disappointment. That's what I really feel like this past month has done so much of that. You know, that Pisces energy, it can be so melancholy. It can be so moody and sensitive. And I feel like what this, you know, alignment of cards in this past position are doing with this Five of Cups is it's like, you've really grown. Like you are learning how to deal with disappointments and ups and downs and not take it so personal, not take it so hard. You're learning how to kind of take the good with the bad, right? And see that even if something kind of disappointing happens in life or something that's kind of feels like a setback, there's still a lot of good things going on in your life. You're really coming into some deeper emotional and spiritual maturity. And yes, with the Six of Wands, you know, I feel like this is a real success that you have. It's a real victory. Like you really feel like, you know what, I'm taking things a lot better when I have a disappointment or a letdown or what feels like a setback. I'm really able to see through to the deeper meaning of that, which is sometimes when the universe says no to us, it's asking us to say yes to something even better. Wow, that's a really awesome connection that's having. So coming into this immediate present with the Aries full moon tonight, what's coming in on that energy is the Six of Cups, right? You have the Five of Cups, then you got the Six of Cups. So I feel like, you know, there's also a little bit of energy directed to sort of make amends. You might feel like I kind of need to apologize for something. Maybe I need to smooth the waters over. You know, maybe some things were said that, you know, it's like I really need to make it better. Or if somebody comes and tries to apologize to you, you know, it's like they're really feeling like, hope Aries will accept my offer. I feel like this is really those, it's sentimental nostalgia offers, you know, and memories, but it's really more about healing something, especially when it's coming right after that Five. It's a maturity. I'm telling you, it's like you've really grown here, Aries. You're really growing through these lunar cycles. 10 of Pentacles clarifying that. Yeah, this is like nice stability. And I feel like whoever it is that's coming in, you know, maybe from your past, or even the, you know, the immediate past, maybe it's a family member or friend or, you know, loved one who is, you know, trying to reconnect with you. And you now have the emotional maturity to let them do that, right? And you know when it's worth it, and you know if there's something here that is worth your time, your effort, and it's going to last into the future, right? It's very beautiful energy. Coming into the next month cycle, how this plays out over the next 30 days is going to be, you know, this Page of Swords. So it's a youthful energy. It's very Gemini energy. I feel like it's healthy for you to talk out your issues. You know, anything that's coming up that needs to be released, it's very healthy for you to do that. I feel like you're really learning how to hone your communication and the way that your mind functions. You might want to talk to a counselor or a therapist. Yeah, I mean, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. And, you know, that Nine of Wands is really strong there, you know, for that. That's your own energy. That's your firepower right there, Aries. And that really shows me that you have been through a lot of battles. You're still fighting hard, but you're tired and you need a little bit of a break. You do. Some of that's going to come through the old-fashioned ways of just getting more rest and taking care of yourself, and some of it's going to come through just, you know, seeking counseling and therapy to help you. Yeah, because you got a lot going on in the mind. There's a lot going on in the mind. That's, yeah, a lot of swords coming out here on the bottom. Look at that. King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. So it's really about, you know, honing your mental energy and not letting it overwhelm you, right? Really kind of prioritizing what you need to work on one step at a time. Let's get an affirmation for you. Fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition and completion. I do feel that. I do feel that. Oh, yeah, I'm getting I'm getting all kinds of like goosebumps with that. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. Even if things have been kind of slow, even if they've been taking their time here, Aries, this beautiful full moon in your sign, that's nice and powerful. It gets our lunar cycle started up and over again too, because it's the first sign of the zodiac. So it really does. It brings a fresh new beginning to our full moon cycles here. Get this pen out of my way. There's too much stuff on my desk. All right. Hey, Silver Star, I just finished the Aries reading. You can go back and watch. It was very good. It was very good. I really liked it. It's excellent. Happy full moon to you, honey. Yeah, Corianne, my allergies have been horrible today. Like super watery eyes and nose. I had to take Zyrtec before this. I hate having to do it because it makes me drowsy a little bit. I just like, I need to go like rest after this because, yeah. It's always like this at this time of year because it's sort of like that end of summer, beginning of fall, seasons changing. It makes it worse. I think the indoor allergies, unfortunately, that I have in my house are also really bad, and that's why often I'm almost always dealing with allergies because our house is just dusty, even though we've got like good filters and all of that. It can only do so much. It can only do so much. All right, Taurus. Let's see what we have got for you coming up. I would say, you know, Taurus, the Aries full moon is one of your more sensitive full moon cycles because it lands in that universal 12th house for you. It's that Pisces house, so it really does bring up a lot of emotion. It can make you feel very emotional, very like weepy, you know, like it really gets the waterworks going because Pisces is a water house. So let's see what we have got for you. This is going to be your full moon in Aries 2021 reading. And it's going to do a past, present, future layout. If you've been with me before and you've seen my full moon readings, you know just how these work. And it's really about what's coming in for you. Lunar cycle to lunar cycle. The moon rules the subconscious needs, feelings, and desires. So it really speaks to that deeper part of ourself. And in a lot of different astrology practice, like in Chinese lunar astrology, the moon is almost more important than the sun. That's why I always like to, you know, get these full moon reads and new moon reads out because, you know, I feel like they really have a lot to do with our inner process, our inner desires. It's like what we want, it has to come out, and that's what the moon does for us. So dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, let's dig deep into Taurus for this full moon in Aries 2021. Please show me whatever they need to see for their highest and best. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do feel like there's a little bit of an inner struggle going on for you, Taurus. There's no doubt about that. In this last 30 days, your commitment is being tested. That really does deal with some kind of challenge, some kind of halfway point. It could be a job, could be a relationship, could be something that you've been working on, and you're kind of at that halfway point, looking at the past, looking towards the future, going, do I want to continue this based on what I've experienced, you know, in the past here? So let's get a clarifier, please. Yeah, and it really is about where you've wanted to take direct action because we have the divine masculine, the lunar god coming through here on top of that, right? So this has a lot to do with that masculine energy, direction, drive, leadership. And you've been really questioning that over the last month, Taurus. You know, where do I want to go? What direction do I want to take this? Right in the present energy of what's coming in with the full moon in Aries. Hold your vision, fixed moon. And Taurus, you are a fixed sign, the first fixed sign of the zodiac. So yes, you can be stubborn. Yes, you can be tenacious. And I would say that if you have done this review over this last month, as we were in that Mercury retrograde, and you've decided, yeah, I want to keep going, this is telling you, don't give up, hold the vision, keep to it, don't get discouraged. This is a nice projection. You know, and here we go with the hot moon of extremes, right? And you might feel like you're swinging between some extremes back and forth with whatever this is that's requiring your commitment and your attention. You know, some days you may feel very up, like, yes, I definitely want this. And some days you may be like, I don't really want this at all. Like, it's very up and down. The hot moon is also the full moon of June. Just letting you know that. And I think it's also interesting that we're getting more of this kind of masculine image. You know, we got the guy in this, and we've got the guy with, you know, we got two guys with their shirts off here. Yeah, but it's really showing that masculine energy. And so to me, it feels like, Taurus, you're really checking in with like your masculine side, no matter how you align, feminine or masculine or what mix thereof. You're really looking at like your leadership ability, your assertion, your drive. It's like, where do I want to drive this ship? Where do I want to take my life? That's really what I feel like is coming through here. And in the next 30 days, we have the blue moon, believe in the impossible. My feeling is, Taurus, if there's something in your life that you really have a passion for, that you really want to take you and maybe other people in that direction, believe in the impossible. Expect the unexpected. It might feel like there's no way that this could all come together, but it will, right? But you just have to stay to the vision. You have to be persevering towards it. Hang in there. This could be a very magical month ahead. Yes, and use your discernment. Use your discernment. Absolutely. Each step of the way. This is a balance card, right? Consider your actions. Consider your words. They have a lot of power this month to move mountains. It really does. This is a powerful reading. Let's get into some tarot, please, for Taurus. Past, present, future layout, just like we did before with the lunar oracles. All very strong cards here, guys. Again, there's a lot of masculine energy coming through here. There really is. You could be working with a masculine sign. You know, one of our fire signs or one of our air signs, because we've got the sun coming up on top of that past energy. That's Leo energy. It's also just, you know, it's definitely that divine masculine father figure, right? It has that whole connection, that solar god. But it's also the most positive card of the zodiac. So I feel like whatever it is, it's like you've really had your commitment tested over something that you really want. Like, this isn't something that you're like, oh, it's no biggie. No, this is something that you feel could really bring you a lot of happiness in the future. Maybe you've hit some road bumps, as a lot of us have during that Mercury retrograde. But, you know, I think deep down, this is something or someone that's going to make you very happy in the long run. And that's why you haven't been willing to turn it loose. And yeah, Page of Swords. Could have been miscommunications, arguments, little tiffs, brain working overtime. Yeah, absolutely. In the center, we've got both the Leo cards coming into this reading here. So Taurus, you might be dealing with a Leo. And I've actually felt that in a couple of your general readings lately. A lot of Leo energy coming in for Taurus. Very, very strong. You got both of the Leo major, the arcanas coming into your reading. You know, and the Strength card is very much, yes, about your inner strength, about your resilience, your perseverance. You got that whole division. Balance the extremes of yourself, which the Strength card is also about. Wow. Wow. Let's clarify the Strength card. But yeah, you may be dealing very strongly with a Leo, or you may have some strong Leo in your chart that needs to be balanced, because Leo is a square to your sign, Taurus. They challenge you. They challenge the hell out of you. Both of you are stubborn as it can be, too. It's just the truth. if you are working with a Leo, it's like big time dreams that you really want to manifest or really want to come true. 9 of Cups, right? I just feel like there's such a desire here. There's such a wish fulfillment thing going on with this reading for you. It's like, boy, I got this thing, or I got this person, I got this situation, or this life path decision that, boy, do I want it. Boy, do I know it'll make me happy. But I know it takes strength and it takes courage to get to where I want to go. And even if you're not working with a Leo, Taurus, you might be working with someone who's very much like a Leo, you know, has those qualities. Very big heart, very creative, very generous with those that they love. But they also got the ego, man. They got the drama. Oh, yeah, they bring the whole theatrical production to the table for sure. Going into the immediate future, we have the Knight of Cups coming through on top of your blue moon and your discernment. You could be getting some big love offers or making some love offers yourself. And it's really telling you, be discerning, I think especially about the timing of it. You know, when do you make that big offer? When do you make that proposal? When do they make it to you, right? And that's some strong Pisces energy on that Knight of Cups. So you may be dealing with a Pisces or someone who is very romantic, or you may be very romantic. You are ruled by Venus, Taurus. You can be that big romantic for sure. It's a tussle. It's a tussle. There is so much going on here, guys. 5 of Wands. I felt that a little bit in the you know, with that Page of Swords there too. This isn't like big, bad, horrific, knockdown, drag out, like end all fights, but it's definitely some tension. And you know, this is the kind of tension that comes from a square. I've said that many times before, that astrologically, the 5 of Wands reminds me so much of a square aspect because it creates sparks, it creates friction, it creates a little tension, right? And you may feel that with someone or something, and you've really got to work it out. You all got to work it out, right? Is a thing. There's a thing you got to work out with this person or this situation. It's a big read. It's a big reading for you, Taurus. Let's see what we've got coming out in your affirmation for this full moon in Aries. Woo! This is a cool card. I don't think I've ever pulled this one out of this deck. The Inner Alchemy card. Inner Alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Taurus. And that may be very strong coming up for you right now. You know, you might be having a lot of fear and a lot of concerns, and, you know, or your person might have a lot of fears or concerns coming up. I do feel that, right? You know, that's why that's that commitment being tested. And it's really retraining yourself to react when you're scared with love, with compassion, not just for someone else, but also for yourself. Be very kind to yourself, Taurus. It's a beautiful read, but it is intense. It's definitely got that intensity on it. It's very emotional. It's very emotional, yes. All right, guys. Clean the decks, and I'm sorry I'm not able to read every message coming up as I do my readings. I think I saw Shanta ask if I'm doing personals. Yes, I am. I'm going to be doing just 4 more. I've got Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Once I'm done with those, I will open up the chat to personal questions with a $10 minimum donation. So yeah, just let me know. Just let me know. Now, keep in mind, guys, if you're signed, because I want to get you on the list if you want to be on it. So you've got to let me know. If you do your donation through my PayPal link, that is at the top in the description box down below. If you use the PayPal link, you're going to need to let me know that you donated through PayPal, because it will not pop up on the screen to let me know. If you're using the super chat option on YouTube, it will immediately pop up and everyone will see the donation and I can get you put on the list right away. But if you use PayPal, just let me know so that I can put you on the list. Aw, thank you, Silver Star. I hope you're doing good, sweetie. And thanks for stopping by. All right. Getting all these shuffled up for our next sign. Okay, sure, Shanta. Let me go ahead and write you down. You will be number 1 tonight. You will be number 1 tonight. Good night for it. A good night to do a personal question on this full moon. A lot of stuff, you know, comes up when we are in those full moons. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, Gemini. I hope you guys are doing great, everyone. Love you. This is the full moon in Aries of 2021, guys. So let's see what we have got coming up for you. Let's see what is going on with this full moon. If you've been here with me before, Gemini, you know how these work. I do a past, present, future layout with the cards to just get what kind of messages are coming in on and around this full moon for you. And keep in mind the full moon cycles, those lunar cycles last about 30 days, 28 to 30 days. You know, so these will last for the next month until we get to our next full moon. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, please show me what you have for our beautiful Geminis out there. Anything they need to know as we work through this full moon in Aries. What's coming up for them? Wow. Ooh, Gemini. I almost just have to show you these. Wow. Look at the purple. Look at all the purple. That is like crown chakra energy. Big time. So what I feel when I look at that layout, just as it sits, Gemini, is I feel like there's a lot of spiritual and psychic downloads, a lot of messages from the divine, from your past on loved ones. You may really want to open up to that because, wow, look at all that purple. I just had to show that to you. So in your immediate past, the last 30 days, you have been releasing a lot of negativity. You've been doing some real psychological and emotional deep dives with this full moon in Scorpio energy. It's time to release negativity. So I feel like any kind of old thoughts, any kind of negative feelings, any kind of challenges, burdens, struggles, you've really been looking into your shadow side. You've really been examining that. Yeah, I mean, this past month has been a Mercury retrograde. That's your ruling planet. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of, you know, reverse work, shadow work, going in, checking in with that other side of yourself, Gemini. You are the twin, so you might be kind of, you know, working with that balance of those two sides of yourself very strongly over this last 30 days or so. Yeah, and it has taken patience. It's not been the easiest. This is also that green corn moon. You know, that's usually the full moon of August, September, you know. So I feel like this is really on track for you. This time of year has been certainly challenging. It's taken a lot of patience, but you're on the right track. You're on the right path. And, you know, good things don't build overnight, right? A lot of the time they take time. They take patience. They take, you know, that fortitude that it takes to get to the end of the journey. Right in the center, though, coming in with this Aries full moon, the present energy right now is a time for healing the balsamic moon. So it really is a time to heal yourself, to do that inner work. It's also a time for rest and relaxation. It's just like, oh, you know, because I feel like you've been exercising a lot of emotional muscles, right? You've been really looking at that other side of things. And it may also be other people, right? It's not just always your shadow work. It's also theirs that might, you know, have been coming to the surface as well that you've had to be working through. Yeah, big change. And here's another full moon card. You had the green corn moon, and now you've got the thunder moon, the thunder moon of change, right? I believe that corresponds to the July full moon. I believe so. That's our thunder moon. I believe it is. I might be wrong. Either way, this card always reminds me very strongly of Aquarius energy. Lots of lightning bolts, lots of change, lots of seeming chaos. But what it's really meant to do is to shake things up so that we really have a more authentic and genuine life expression and experience, right? So I feel like there has been, you know, that's what's coming in on this current energy. And the Aries energy is very active. It can feel very aggressive at times. It's really strong. And so what I feel, Gemini, is like there's a lot of change. So you need some downtime because there's a lot still coming in. It's not like it's all over. This is not just like, oh yeah, it's all done with this last month. No, this is coming in the present energy too. And going into the immediate future, we have this North Node stepping out of your comfort zone. The North Node is a lunar point in your astrology chart, and it really shows you where the universe wants to take you. It's not about where you've come from. It's about where you're meant to be going. And so I feel like, you know, over this next 30 days, this is really a process of getting you out of the here and now, the well-worn road that you've always been on, getting you out of your ruts, getting you out of anything stagnant, and really pushing you towards what the universe wants you to be, right? It's what you're really meant to be, what you're really meant to do. It's quite a powerful read. Let's get a clarifier on top of this North Node card. And it feels good, though. I'll tell you that. Like, look at that pleasure card. Look at that pleasure card, guys, because I feel like once you get back on this track, once you get really, you know, I mean, it's like it might be scary to break out of that comfort zone, to break out of those old habits and cycles, but once you do, woo, does it feel great? It's like you might have had a lot of fear or a lot of, you know, anxiety around changing that up and around going in a you know, new direction, even though it's like where you're meant to go, right? You're meant to go there, but it might have been really giving you a lot of nervousness. But once you get going, it's like, oh yeah, it feels good, you know, because you're not fighting the flow. You're not fighting where the universe is taking you. Let's get into the tarot, please. We're going to do, again, a past, present, future layout just on top of these cards for you. Deepen the messages. Wow. It's a little bit similar, just a little similar to what Taurus had. Just a little bit, not entirely. But in the immediate past, this doesn't surprise at all. Look at that. We've got the Hanged Man, the Awakening card. That's so much about being in that really spiritual process, which isn't always the most fun or easy, because the Hanged Man is really kind of in between those two cycles. It's many times a spiritual trial by fire. It's not the most comfortable thing to go through, but it is very important. It gives that pause for reflection, for insight, seeing things from a different perspective. It's a Neptune ruled card, so it definitely has that connotation of release, big time release, allowing old things to pass away. And this could have been, you know, old cycles, old emotional or psychological triggers, habits, routines, things have really traditionally gotten to you, and you've had to start really shaking those loose. Ace of Cups is clarifying this, so I feel like, you know, Spirit's really knocking the dust off of you, shaking the lint out of your pockets, kind of forcing you to release some things that are not good for your soul, right? Because look what's coming in. Ace of Cups is like this huge blessing, this huge gift. Could be a blessing in disguise, miracles in disguise. I feel that with this combination big time, because you might have been going, oh my God, this is so hard. How much more crap do I have to, you know, release? How much more deep, dark inner work do I have to do? But this is a blessing in disguise, because this is actually a very good thing. It's opening you up so much bigger to receive the abundance that's coming in emotionally and spiritually for you. It's a great read so far, Gemini. Let's get into the present energy. We've got the Strength card coming up on top of this. A time for healing, a time for change, a time for embracing your inner strength and worth, for balancing again those two sides of yourself, because our Strength card deals with those two sides of ourself. The Lion is our physical self-expression. It's the human experience. And the Angel is our divinity. It's our spirit that animates all this, right? It's our higher mind. So Gemini, it is about balance, right? You're stronger than you knew. You can get through this. That's why she's calming that lion down. Oh my goodness, the Gemini. If I had a bell, I'd be ringing it right now. Strength card on top of the strength card. Double that message for you. This is what's coming in right now with this full moon in Aries. So Gemini, double up that strength. You know, this is to me about, you know, working through the balance of yourself. Absolutely. You might be really becoming very aware of some of your ego triggers. When people push your buttons emotionally and you feel your pride or your ego kind of coming up, you might really be experiencing some of that right now. I would say also, because this is very strong Leo energy on this cards, absolutely, you want to express yourself through creative outlets. That's very important and very healthy right now. So Gemini, if you're creative, and all of us have something creative in some way, get that out there. Put that out there. Whether it's singing a song or painting a picture or taking some photographs or whatever it is, cooking a good dinner, whatever it is that helps balance those two sides of yourself, because it's coming in big time. Going into the immediate future. Step out of your comfort zone. The pleasure card and the Knight of Cups. So Gemini, it might be, I mean, literally as simple as saying, you know, there's somebody you really love, somebody who's really caught your eye. Maybe you've been really nervous to say hello or to talk to them, and it's telling you not to be afraid. Oh my gosh. For my single Geminis especially, this is just like a, like, you know, go ahead and ask for that date, right? I would also say it's certainly pursuing some of those creative talents as well, right? You know, there's a creativity and a you know, artistic quality to the Knight of Cups. On top of it's the Hierophant. Not for all of you, but for some of you, you might even be thinking about proposing marriage to somebody, or they might be thinking about proposing that to you. Because the Hierophant can definitely be those higher commitments, those spiritual, you know, commitments. It's a big read. All right, let's get an affirmation, please, for Gemini. I do feel like there is this real strong feeling of like committing stronger to a spiritual path. It really is. Patience card coming up, guys, on the bottom. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. So don't get impatient with this process. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. You can only push things so fast at a time, right? And you definitely, y'all have your process right now. Y'all have your process. You gotta work through it. So these readings are deep. Full moon nights. They always bring up a lot of stuff. Hey there, Gwen. How are you doing, babe? Tasha, are you on the list? Are you going to be my second person tonight? I went ahead and wrote you down because I figure you're going to sign up. I got Shanta first, and then I'll have you after her. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I went ahead and put her down. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Shanta. Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate that. Aw. Very appreciated, sweethearts. I really appreciate you guys. All right, let's get into Cancer. Cancer. Full moons are always special for you. Lunar cycles are always special for you guys because you are ruled by the moon, right? So it's like no matter what sign that moon is in, no matter what it's doing, it's extra important for you. It always is, because that is your lady. That is your lunar friend. Let's get into it, guys. This is going to be the full moon in Aries for you. So Cancer, that full moon is highlighting your 10th house of Capricorn, your house of career and higher ambitions. So just keep that in mind. Keep in mind as well that Aries is a square to your sign, so it can definitely feel like a little friction, a little pressure, little sparks flying. You can certainly feel that. This is going to be for your month ahead and your month passing and the present energy of this full moon right now. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, let's see what we have for our beautiful Cancers out there, whatever they need for their highest and best. Coming in on this full moon in Aries of 2021, please. Nice. Very nice. I like these cards. Now, you know what's so funny? And I'm going to just hold these up for you real quick. Same thing with Gemini. Gemini had all that purple. Look at what you've got. Look at all that blue, that aqua blue and kind of blue-green color. Look at that. And to me, you know, when I see that color, it makes me think of the balance between the throat chakra, which is a blue, and the heart chakra, which is green. So we've got this blue-green kind of going on for you. I feel like this is a real, like, just by the colors, I feel like it's a message of speaking your heart, right? Because it feels like the balance of that heart and that throat. It's like, what's in here needs to get out of there. That's what I feel like right as soon as I see it. So immediate past, Cancer, is the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Now, just like we were talking about, Gemini had their North Node came out in the reading. You've got the South Node coming up in your reading. South and North Node are two different lunar points on the astrology chart. You're going to see those little symbols. If you pull an astrology chart, you're going to see these symbols. Let's see. I think this was my last chart for my Fire Dragon read, okay? So when we look at that, we're going to find where the lunar nodes are. There it is. There's the north, and there's the south, okay? So it's the balance. Your South Node is where you've come from. That's your past lives, past incarnations, past karma that's built up that you're working through and putting down in this lifetime. North Node is where you're heading to. This is the cup that's filled, right? Look at the little U. It's the cup that's filled. It's already been done, right? The North Node is the cup that's yet to be filled. This is where Spirit is trying to lead you, right? So if somebody, say if this was someone's birth chart, and the past was the South Node in Sagittarius. So the things that they've done in their past lives and past incarnations are Sagittarius things, right? Which is, you know, the solitary traveler, the spiritual wanderer and searcher. And their current lifetimes that the universe is pushing them towards is this North Node in Gemini. And a North Node Gemini is meant to not be isolated and solitary. They're meant to share, speak, communicate, and socialize. So that's what the universe is taking you from, pushing you towards. Just for those of you who are like, what the heck is a South Node and North Node? That's what that is. And so when you get a card like this is really saying that this last 30-day cycle has really been challenging you, encouraging you, pushing you kind of out of the old past, of the old karma, of the old baggage. It's like anything that you feel like has been weighing you down, it's been really saying, Cancer, it's time to put that stuff down. Time to put that stuff down. Let's get a clarifier on top of the South Node, please. Protection. And I feel like, yeah, I mean, this is a big reason why most of us don't budge or move forward, is because we don't feel safe, right? So Cancer, I mean, this is really not for nothing. You've got your reasons for why maybe the past has been weighing you down or holding you back, because maybe you haven't felt safe to move out of it. Maybe you haven't felt comfortable enough or trusted in the divine enough to really make those big moves. And I get it. That kind of stuff can be scary when you're making really large changes. Absolutely. So you've been dealing with a lot this last 30 days, guys. Whew, that Pisces full moon of last month has been a thing. It's been a thing. In the immediate present, though, check what's coming in. Full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. I like that. Interestingly enough, our coming full moon is the Taurus moon. So I feel like when you're getting this card coming in for the full moon of Aries in the present energy, I feel like what this is doing is saying that what you're going through right now and what you're going through this month is building you up to the next full moon cycle, which will really pay off nicely. Because the Aries full moon can be a bit challenging for you. It's a square to your sign, but the Taurus full moon is a sextile, and it opens up a lot of doors of opportunity. So I think that really right now you may be laying some framework and working on those practical plans to bring those dreams to life, because Taurus is such a big manifester. It's a good energy for you, which makes me happy, because I know that, you know, that's a good positive place for my Cancers to be. Taurus is that nice fertile earth that we can plant the seeds in. Cancer is that water, waters the earth, and it makes things grow, right? They come together. They're mutually supportive. And yes, there is a lot of self-reflection going on right now. Absolutely. I feel like I'm singing that man in the mirror song. Really, I mean, that's what it is. You know, you're looking at yourself, taking stock of whatever it is that you've got to take stock of, looking at, you know, both sides of yourself, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, and kind of maybe saying, you know, do my, you know, subconscious dreams and desires match up with my conscious, you know, goal setting and going after those dreams and desires? Do they match up, right? Doing a little self-reflection. Going into the immediate future over this next 30 days, look at that. Gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. And again, I feel very strongly that this full moon, this Aries full moon, is really kind of clearing the decks and preparing you, Cancer, for what's coming next, because the gibbous moon is that it's that phase just before we get to the full moon, and the next full moon is that Taurus full moon. And I feel like, you know, it's all working. It's all working you up to this next full moon. I think this full moon of November will be very powerful, very tangible, much more tangible. Whereas the Aries full moon, this cycle right now, is so much more about setting the intentions, initiating the ideas. And Aries is the initiator. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So it is very much about those new, fresh beginnings. It's a sign of spring, right? Aries is a spring sign. It's about beginnings. Got that hot moon, Cancer, I'm telling you. Yes, there's a lot of extremes going on, a lot of emotions coming to the surface. Oh boy, you've got a lot of deep feelings, a lot of strong feelings that are coming up. Like, oh, you passionately have a burning desire to bring some of your goals to life, to manifest some of these dreams. It is a big deal to you, maybe even more so than you allow other people to know. I get that feeling, like some people, a lot of people around you, they don't even know how much you really want whatever it is you're focused on. Wow. And, you know, keep these are general, keep that in mind. You know, this could be anything, could be a relationship, a job, a life path, somewhere new that you want to move, some promotion or raise you really want. It's just something that you feel like, I want to go for this. I want to manifest that. Let's get some tarot on this for Cancer. Let's deepen these messages up just a bit. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yes, very passionate. I do feel this past month though, this last 30 days, Cancer, yeah, you've really been kind of keeping yourself to yourself, because we've got that Hermit card, we got the protection card, you know, don't let your past hold you back. So I feel like, yeah, you've been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of self-healing, a lot of self-reflection. Not a surprise. That's one of the Virgo power cards, right? So you've really been keeping yourself to yourself. Very much the homebody this past month, I feel. And wow, yeah, look at that, because 7 of Swords. I feel like for some of you, Cancer, you've also been dealing with a lot of feelings of self-protection, because, you know, I think this is dealing with a lot of the past. We have that card, the past, don't let the past hold you back. I think something that's held you back from the past is just these rotten people. It really is. Just these lousy narcissists, energy thieves, liars, people that haven't had your best interest at heart. And so I feel like over this last 30 days, you've had this sort of like F it attitude. Like, you know what? If I can't have good people around me that I can really trust, then I'm just going to do things by myself. That's, I feel like, what you've really been kind of going through. It's like, you know what? I don't need any more of that. I don't need any more of these people that I can't really trust in. And you've been self-protecting a lot, like just going in your crab shell, you know, and really, really protecting. But the present energy is so positive. Look at this, you know, that Taurus full moon, the self-reflection, and then we have this Four of Wands. Cancer, I feel like right now, as this Aries moon works in, I do definitely get those sparks flying for you, because this is fire energy right here. And I feel like also another feeling that you've had, Cancer, is that, you know what, I want to be happy in my house. I want to be happy in my home. Now, that's a big deal for Cancer anyway, because you are a sign of house, home, and family, right? And the Four of Wands is all about being happy in your home, happy within your own domain, having that celebratory, happy feeling, right? It's like, I want to enjoy my existence. You know, Four of Wands is also a card of twin flames, soulmates, and so you might feel very adamant about that as well. Like, you know, if you're single, you might be like, you know, I'd rather be single than have somebody crappy. It's like, if I'm going to be with somebody, I want to be with somebody really good. Or if you're living with someone or married to someone already, or if you're in a relationship already, it's like, look, you've got to treat me right, or you're not going to get closer to me. You're really looking at some reflections of yourself, of them. If you are in a twin flame or soulmate relationship, Cancer, it might be really a lot of like having yourself reflected, you know, back to them and vice versa kind of thing. You know how that mirroring action works in relationships. Look at that. Ooh, we're firing on all cylinders tonight. Four of Wands, clarifying Four of Wands. It's a big deal right now, Cancer. Double that message. Double that message. Yeah. Wanting that peace and contentment in the personal life. Happiness in the home. Stability. Could be happy homecomings. There could be somebody, you know, coming back into your life that just really makes you happy. You know, that can be a thing too. It just went through his retrograde. That can bring a lot of people back to our doorstep. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, Cancer. I'm back. It's like, oh. Going into the future, y'all. Your dreams are close to, your goals are getting closer. You're going to achieve these goals. You've got a lot of ups and downs. You might be real moody about it sometimes, Cancer. That comes with the territory. But look at that Knight of Wands, that Sagittarius energy. I feel like you're really going to go out to get what you want. And you're restless about it. You're tired of waiting. You're tired of waiting. There could be some travel for some of my Sagittarians over this next month or two cycle. There could be a big relocation because of that Four of Wands doubling up like that. That kind of thing doesn't happen that often. It's happened twice tonight. Taurus had a double up of the Strength card. You're getting a double up of this Four of Wands. Whenever that happens in a read, it's like, green light, pay attention. That's how it always feels when I'm doing these. And Three of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like, you know, this is Spirit kind of saying, yeah, I know you want to run. I know you want to move forward quick, Cancer, but you know you do have to balance. You do have to put in the work and the effort, and maybe give yourself some time to connect with other people that can really help you achieve your goals. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing, that there's people coming in to help you achieve your dreams. Don't leave them out of the equation. You can't do it all by yourself, and you shouldn't try to. You should really take the help around you that's offered, really. On the bottom, we have the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So I do feel like, again, Sagittarius energy on the Eight of Wands. You're really, really focused on manifesting something solid and tangible right now over this next, you know, month cycle here. Let's get into, and I really think more like 2 months. Because, you know, the next full moon is that Taurus full moon that's featuring very prominently in your read. And that's going to be very meaningful for you as well. I feel like this, you know, this early autumn, like early, you know, late autumn even, it's really a great time for you. For some reason, that's really going to be coming in strong. Cancer, we're also about to go into Scorpio season. That's a fellow water sign. That's very positive for you as well. Very, very nice. Let's get an affirmation on this for you. Oh, that one wanted to flop out, so I'm going to take it. Observation. The observation card. Yeah. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Pay attention to the patterns. Pay attention to the way things manifest, the way they play out. There's a method to the madness, y'all. The method to the madness. Speak your heart. Speak your heart's truth, Cancer. It's time. I feel like there's been a lot of things in your heart that's like, it's time to speak them. It's time to sing them. It's time to release them out into the tangible world where everyone else can enjoy it too. Is anyone else on the list, Gwen? Just let me know. I don't think so, but I just want to throw that out there just in case there's anyone that donated that wanted to get on the reading list. We got 2 more general reads, guys, and then I will be taking the personal questions. Okay, cool. Thanks. We're going to go ahead and get into Leo now. Now, Leo, this is going to be your Aries full moon reading for 2021. And, you know, to me, this is a very powerful and very positive full moon because it is in a fellow fire sign. So it is a very good one for you, Leo. Should really get you feeling activated, motivated. It highlights your universal 9th house of Sagittarius. So it could really get, you know, that travel urge going again, that education and learning something new urge going. Let's see what we have. Dear angels, divine energies, guides, ancestors, and guardians, please let me see what you've got for our beautiful Leos and Lionesses out there for our Aries full moon of 2021. Anything that they need to see for their best and highest good, please. And these are going to be past, present, future layout, guys. The full moon cycles last about 30 days in between them. So that's what we're looking at time-wise. Ooh. It's amazing how these colors are lining up tonight. I just can't believe this stuff. Okay, so for, I think it was Gemini was all purple. Cancer was all that like blue-green. Leo, look what you got. I'm just going to show these to you right in the front. Look at all that blue. All of it's blue. To me, that's the throat chakra. There's something you need to express big time. Like you've got something that you've got on your mind, on your heart. Woo! It's time to open up. It's time to tell your truth. It's time to express with all that blue. All right, in the immediate past for you, Leo, we've got the disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. I feel like this last month was really tough on you guys. We did have Mercury retrograde, so it was kind of tough on everyone, but I feel like you've been through a lot of, I'm just getting the term emotional gymnastics. I don't know where that one's going to, but it's emotional gymnastics. That's what I feel like you've really been going through. It's like, And so this is really telling you, you know, you have needed some time to just breathe out, to decompress, to not think about all this stuff so much. Yeah, this last month has been special. It's been real special. Yeah, Yeah, but it's led to new beginnings, and I feel like that may be part of why it's been so stressful. Look at the clarifiers, the new moon card, the new beginnings, right? New energy, you know, leaving the winter, moving into that portal of the spring, you know, for a whole new experience. Yeah, you may have really felt this, especially this last 2 weeks when we were going through the new moon cycle. Yeah, the waxing moon cycle. I feel like there's some, but there's been, it's like, for some of you, I'm really feeling, it's like you've been letting go a lot of energies, maybe physical manifest, you know, stuff, like literally moving things from your old life, things from an old experience or an old way of being. And it's like cleaning it out. And that's been very exhausting, but it has been for a good reason. You're moving into a new experience. You're moving into a new stage of life. Right in the center, here's what's coming through with the Aries full moon tonight. Fixed moon, hold your vision. And you are a fixed sign, Leo. You're a fixed sign. Those fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, are the most stubborn. They're the most immovable once they've made their mind up about something. And so this is reminding you, don't give up. Hold fast to your truth. Hold fast to what really matters to you. If something is worth it to you, then absolutely, you know, don't give it up. Yeah, this card has come up again, the protection card. And it's really, you know, to me, the protection card is a big deal because a lot of us, many times, we feel very vulnerable, right? As we move through our cycle, as we move through, you know, our experience or our, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a specific word I'm looking for. But we get this very vulnerable feeling as we're moving through our cycles and our personal process, right? And so I feel like, Leo, anything that kind of helps you to remember that the divine is watching over you, that spirit has got your back, anything that gives you that feeling, anything that serves as an affirmation for that, for you, is something to really tap into, you know. Because, you know, sometimes holding your vision, sometimes persevering towards your dreams, it can make you feel really vulnerable, right? Going into the immediate future over the next 30 days, the way that this plays out, look at this. The full moon in Gemini, the answers you need are coming. Of course, our full moon in Gemini happens in December this year, right? So this may even be a very strong portent of, you know, like the next 2 months. Once we get to that full moon of December, you might get even more information, you know, than you will even over this next 30 days. It may even be as far out as 60 days. So just, you know, take that as it resonates to your situation. But I feel like there is some information, there's some knowledge, there's some communication that you've been really wanting or waiting for. It may feel very frustrating. That's why you feel like you have to be so like stubborn and so strong with sticking to your vision, because you're like, look, I need all this info and I'm not getting it yet. And I really want it, but it, you know, hasn't arrived yet, but it's coming. Nice card. One of my favorites out of this deck is the waning gibbous balance card. It has such a Libra energy about it because it just looks like those scales of balance to me, right? It really has that Libra feeling, but to me it is about balance, and this is about the duality, and this could be communication that you're waiting on from a love interest, from a family member, from a friend, a coworker, right? That you feel is going to help bring things back into balance for you, or really at least give you the information that you need to go forward, or to feel just a little bit more of your equilibrium returning. Let's get into your tarot here, Leo. Let's deepen these messages up for you, past, present, future, around these lunar cycles. Yeah, love to see that one for you. I do. All right, in the immediate past, the last 30 days, this new cycle, we've got the Three of Pentacles coming in. So I do feel, Leo, this is definitely not a time you want to try to go it all on your own. And if over the last 30 days, if there have been helpful people, friends, co-workers showing up to kind of say, Leo, let me help you with something. Let me give you a hand. Don't turn it down, you know? Or if you initially turned it down, go back and say, hey, are you still available? Because this is a nice card for working well with others, right? Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is such a night. We have been getting so many doubles. Look at that. Three of Pentacles, clarifying the Three of Pentacles. So Leo, wow. If there have been people coming through immediately, like this last 30 days or continuing, absolutely hook up with people that are kind of aligned with the same things that you want to be doing, because the Three of Pentacles is about, you know, coming to, in the traditional card, you know, it's the you know, it's the priest, it's the acolyte coming to the architect with a blueprint for a new temple, right? There's like, help us out. We want to build this thing. We want to manifest it. And it's like you're all working together to create this refuge, this sanctuary, this place of spiritual healing that's going to help a lot of people, right? And so that's why this card is so strong. It's really coming together with like-minded people, doing what you love. It's creating something good for yourself, but also for others very strongly. Wow. I love those doubling cards. We've had a lot of them tonight. So in the present, look at that. Ace of Cups in this present energy of the full moon in Aries coming in. So if you have felt that you've needed extra protection or divine assistance, boom, you got it with that Ace of Cups, because the Ace of Cups is about a gift, a divine gift of, you know, spiritual or emotional contentment, well-being. Woof. And the Knight of Cups. So it's really also encouraging you to move forward with what you love or to who you love. And it's encouraging them to do the same. You know, Knight of Cups is taking those gifts of spirit and emotion on the road and really putting them into practice, into real life. It's emotional offers too. Big emotional offers. This is what I love to see. Look at this. The next 30 days, on top of these answers you need are coming. The balance card, balance being restored. We've got the Sun card. Not only is it the most positive card of the tarot, it is also one of your major arcana power cards, Leo. So it's a beautiful energy. I just feel like so much positivity, balance, equilibrium is going to be restored. Like there's going to be some kind of knowledge, some kind of information that you're going to be getting over this next 2 months. It's going to make you feel a lot better. It's going to set you free. That's the feeling I have. And look at that. It speaks to something deep in your heart with that Queen of Cups. And I feel like it's going to give you what you need to make good decisions, because to me, the Queen of Cups is always about making good decisions with her heart space, right? Because she's my little Scorpio queen. And this is unfolding in Scorpio season, this card, you know, these cards are. So I do feel like this is really you, like also learning to trust yourself a little more, putting up good personal or emotional boundaries around yourself when you need to, Leo, because you can be such an open book, an open heart. You just kind of give. And sometimes you need to put a little lid on that cup. Sometimes, you know, just to balance, just to discern who's coming your way. But I just feel like, you know, give your love, give your time to the right people. Give that to the right people, because, boy, you know, it'll pay off if you do. Yeah, some big cycles are coming full circle here for you guys. Let's get into an affirmation for you, Leo. keyword of choice. Keyword of choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. Yeah. And I do feel that, you know, you've got all that blue, you got that Gemini. Stay conscious in your thoughts. Stay conscious in your decision-making process, because you're guiding your journey in the direction of your choices, right? What it is that you really want. Wow. 3 of Pentacles doubled up in that one. You may have some really good people that are working with you, you know, coming in or already come in, Leo. It's great. They might also be coming to you for help and advice. They might also be saying, Leo, you know a lot about XYZ. We'd really love to have you on our team. We'd really love to have your help, right? Nice read. All right. Let's knock these cards out, clear them up. Virgo's been very patient. Very patient waiting through this. Oh my goodness. Virgo, happy full moon in Aries, guys. This is your reading for this full moon of 2021. I hope you guys are doing great. These are going to be all about your past, present, future cycles that line up with the lunar cycles, and those are about 30 days to 30 days. Yes, yes. So let's see what we have got for you. Dear angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos for this full moon in Aries of 2021. Anything they need to see for their highest and best, please show us our Virgos. Ooh, nice energy, y'all. And these colors just won't stop matching up for every one of these readings tonight. This is amazing. Okay, so Leo had all that blue. Cancer had all the blue-green. Gemini had all that purple. Look what we got for Virgo. Look what we got. Look at all that red and pink. Wow, guys. To me, when I see this, of course, you know, the red color is the root chakra. So very important that you stay nice and grounded. But of course, you know, all of this, you know, pink, red, purple. Purples make me think, of course, of the crown chakra. But this is such great color energy tonight. I'm kind of blown away by it. It's like all of these reads, the colors have lined up in the same kind of theme. So get nice and grounded. You know, of course, when I see kind of those pinks, I can't help but think of the heart healing, the rose quartz, you know, romance, emotions, love, compassion. Yeah, all of that coming through. But stay nice and grounded and centered. So in the immediate past, I really like this. The full moon in Libra for you, Virgo. So I feel like, wow, you've been doing everything in your power to stay balanced, to stay on center. You know, we're wrapping up Libra season in just 2 days. So I feel like it's, you know, and this is the win-win outcome. I feel like, you know, things in the end have turned out really good for you, but I don't doubt that this was a lot of fancy footwork to try to keep the scales of balance going because, you know, Mercury was retrograde. It was in the sign of Libra, and Mercury is your ruling planet. So this can absolutely create a lot of wacky mental hijinks for you to have had to deal with. But I think overall, over this last month, you've probably found a lot of ways to balance yourself, a lot of ways to cope with feeling rocked or shaken or off center. And, you know, Mercury, of course, is still in Libra for quite a while. It's going to be in Libra until the, I think, the end of the first week of November. You know, it's still with us for a good little bit. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. You know, you're still doing a lot of balance work here, Virgo. Still really trying your best to find your equilibrium and your equal footing here. Yeah, it's not been easy. That's the feeling I got. And you know, with the wolf moon, the hunger moon, I feel like, you know, and this is the full moon of January, you know, right in the dead middle of winter, when things are scarce, when things are a little challenging, maybe a little lonely, and you're really crying out to the divine for help, for assistance, for providence, right? And so I do feel like for a lot of my Virgos, you know, whether you're in a relationship or not, you know, you've been feeling very much kind of like it's just me and you, spirit. It's just me and you gotta help me out. And I'm gonna send up my you know, message to you. So please give me a hand up. That's the feeling I get for a lot of my Virgos. I love that this is coming in with the Aries full moon for you. Full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture, right? Virgo often, you know, suffers from that kind of tunnel vision or being a little myopic because you are very detail oriented. You get very, very tapped into that. And so, you know, Sagittarius is a sign that challenges you. They're one of your square signs. They're one of the hardest signs actually for you to deal with, Virgo. But I feel like they're bringing you an important lesson right now, which is to look at the bigger picture, pull back a little bit instead of worrying so much about every single little thing or every single little detail or worry or fear. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the, you know, the longer term, longer ranging effects of where you want to go. Let's get a clarifier, please, on top of this card for Virgo. What will that full moon in Sagittarius be representing for them? You know, we just went into Jupiter going direct, and Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. So I feel like this could be also kind of helping to open up your awareness, kind of move you beyond any obstacles. Yeah, it takes a lot of willpower. Look at this. Yeah, the card of willpower, Virgo. It does take some effort for you to look at the bigger picture, to move beyond just the here and now and just the little bitty day-to-day kind of stuff that you deal with. Wow. It's worth it, though. It's worth it. Look at this. The Sagittarius energy is coming in big for you on this reading. Into the immediate future, the next 30-day cycle. New moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. And the new moon in Sagittarius happens early December. So that could be a very powerful time for you as well when we have that new moon in Sag. Yeah. But yes, luck is on your side. Look at the bigger picture. Don't be afraid. You know, don't sabotage your own happiness. Don't worry it into oblivion, Virgo. That's the biggest lesson that Sag has to teach you, I think. That's why y'all butt heads. That's why Virgo and Sagittarius butt heads. It's because, you know, it's, you know, Virgo's like, I want to plan every little thing. I'm going to make sure every little detail is nailed down. And Sagittarius is like, don't worry about all that stuff. Just enjoy the day. Life is short, you know? And you're like, ah, you know, that's why. So on top of this is wisdom, right? Because relaxing a little bit, Virgo, going with the flow a little bit more, believing in the divine providence of the universe, that's actually the greatest wisdom that you can incorporate into your life right now and going into the immediate future. It's really, really good for you to see that bigger picture, to believe in the luck of the universe, right? Because that is the way they, you know, Sagittarius, that is the way they live. It really is. Like they, you know, and either one is too much of one or the other is not good. Like too much planning and too much worry, or too much, you know, not enough planning and not enough pay attention to detail, right? It's finding the balance between the two. That's why I think you got that Libra full moon in there too, because like you're looking for the balance between the two. Let's get some tarot on this, please, for Virgo. Let's deepen these messages for them. Wow. Yeah, it's coming in fast. I don't doubt that this is just, it's like there's almost this feeling like, oh my God, for real, like just, oh man. In the immediate past, look at that. Sagittarius energy on the Eight of Wands. There's just so much Sagittarius on your reading today, Virgo. Oh my goodness. This is a lot of energy. This is a lot of information. It could be a lot of movement coming in. It's positive opportunities, but it can be stress caused by that, right? It's like there's so much good. I don't know what to do with it all. Unexpected events, rapid changes. There could be travel in some of y'all's future, you know, for Virgo. There could be some travel involved. Could be business travel, could be personal travel, but there's definitely that feeling of movement. And you got the Queen of Cups on top of this. I mean, it's to me like, that's my little Scorpio queen, you know, and she definitely has to use her intuition to make good choices. So I feel like you're really trying to intuitively tackle this stuff. And you are being discerning about, okay, I can't do all of it. So what is the most important to me? Let me write that down. Let me put it out there and say, what is it that's most important for me to focus on? In the center, full moon in Sagittarius, the card of willpower, and there's that Five of Pentacles. So I really feel that one of the biggest things that this full moon is teaching you and bringing you, Virgo, is this feeling that you've got to let go of a worry of scarcity, lack, or not having your needs fulfilled, or not having enough. Sagittarius and Jupiter energy are the exact opposite of that. That's a Sag. Even if they're down to just their last nickel, they're like, you know what? The universe is going to provide. And the very kind of almost annoying thing is, it always does for them. And it's partly because they just believe in it so much. It's like they're so, there's no like second guessing. They're like, I'm going to be okay. They're like, I'm going to do fine. It's, you know, what I need is going to come through. And so I really do feel like that's a big thing. That's a big thing for you, Virgo, is that you're relearning not to worry so much. Learning not to have so much anxiety. It's not that you don't want to work. It's not that you don't want to plan and do your Virgo things, but it's really trying to bring in the balance, the opposite of that, which is to say there's that other side of it that's like, once you've done your work, once you've put in your effort, let it go and let it flow. That Sagittarius attitude, right? Yeah, the Tower coming in, you know, it's really about how you deal with those upsets or those mishaps or seeming mishaps, right? Because I feel like this is reordering your thoughts. It's reordering your attitude towards the way you bring in abundance or prosperity or what it is that you need. Yeah, because the Tower always shakes us up. It shakes us up big time. Creates a new need for a new foundation. It's Mars energy. And here we go into the next 30 days or so. Five of Wands, like I said, you know, Sagittarius energy causes friction for you. This isn't the easiest thing to integrate into your life or into your, you know, lexicon. It's just not, you know, and you might feel like you're pushing back against that. But I really feel like what's happening is Spirit is really trying to get you to break out of that sense of like always, you know, lack or not having enough. It's trying to realign you a little bit to more of a mindset and an attitude of abundance and prosperity and openness. Openness, willingness, and believing that, you know, Spirit is on your side. Look at that, the Star. I mean, it's really trying to align you and kind of free your mind and free your heart, free your attitude towards a more liberated approach. There's Aquarius energy. It's our hopes and dreams coming true, light at the end of the tunnel. This is a beautiful reading, Virgo. It really is. Yeah, and on the bottom, look at that, Five of Wands again. And the Ace of Wands. So I really feel like it's, you know, the tension that you may be feeling, that inner anxiety or push-pull, the, you know, the friction, the pressure, sense of crisis, it's really because something old is being broken down inside of you, and it's being replaced with something that's a lot more hopeful, a lot more expansive, and ultimately just more peaceful, you know, just happier, just happier. Let's get an affirmation, please, for Virgo. Wow, transcendence. Look at this. Amazing. Transcendence, because you are transcending something huge. Look at this. Transcend your mind's limitations and allow your soul's light to truly shine. That sums it up. I didn't even have to do all the reading. That's exactly what you needed to know right there. I mean, it all explains it. You know, it is. It's about transcending these limitations that you've had for yourself and your expectations for, you know, who you are, your future. Oh my goodness. What a read, Virgo. This is one I'd come back and watch this one again if I were a Virgo. Absolutely. This is nice. This is a powerful shifting that's going on with you. Poof. Look at what's on the bottom of these for you, too. I just had to look. Power and the mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Virgo, you are a mutable sign and your own mutable moon coming through. Because you're getting more empowered, for one thing. And this is really saying nothing's yet set in stone. That means your perspectives are not yet set in stone. So if you want to align yourself and break yourself free into a more prosperous, abundant attitude and outcome, you can. This is so nice. Oh, I love it. I love it. Hey, Daisy. How are you doing, my dear Pisces? It's funny, you know, Virgo is the flip side of Pisces. Yeah. Virgo is the true skeptic and Pisces is the true believer, you know? But they're those two signs are the most sensitive signs in the zodiac. Absolutely. They are. They are the most sensitive to things. And for anyone, you know, that I didn't do tonight, the separate readings are up. All the, you know, Libra through Pisces, those are already up. I did all those. So if you were waiting for those, they are already done. They are already posted. Oh, cool, Gwen. I'll put you on the list. I need to go run to the restroom real quick, and then I'll start the personals. Are you doing good, Daisy? I hope you're well. Love my Pisces. Love my fishies. Oh yeah, I would love to. Let me know. I've been really busy actually. I made a semi-grumpy comment at the beginning of my stream because I've had a lot of people reaching out for readings, and my schedule is kind of packed right now. And so like it can be a little challenging if people have real specific times that they want. And especially if they're in a different time zone or something. It's like, yeah. Yeah, 3 on the list so far. But yeah, if you need a personal reading, just kind of have a good idea of like some times that work for you, because that helps me work you in a lot quicker. And if you can just like tell me the time zone that you're in and stuff like that, that's going to help. Because I get a lot of folks, it's like they want a reading, but they're not in the same time zone, a different area, or sometimes, you know, I'll tell them I have a space open and then they're not able to, and it just goes on for way too long trying to get some people in, and it's yeah. At some point in the future, I will have I'll have a website set up to where I can just have those readings like just put in. They can put themselves on my schedule and it's set, right? That way I won't have to go back and forth around. Yeah, I know, Daisy. It's been really challenging. This last month, or really this last couple weeks, has been the Mercury retrograde, pain in the ass. Yeah, total pain in the ass. It's not been fun. All right, guys, let me go run. I'm gonna get my cards lined up. I'm gonna check my PayPal account, make sure everything is cool there, and then we will start. We will start. All right, guys. Let me see. There might be one more card deck I'm getting. Yeah, this one. This one works. All right. So I have Shanta is first. Add Daisy to list. Okay, yeah. I don't think I've ever done any reads for Daisy. So yeah, that's great. Just wonder if I can trust it. And what's coming towards me in love. Okay. Let's see what we've got, Shanta. Alright, dear angels, dear guardians, guides, ancestors. Let's see what we have for Shanta tonight. Let's see first about this gift that she has a friend offering her. Let's see what the nature of that is. I'm just going to use my Angel Answers deck for that one, because that's a real kind of yes or no sort of question, and these cards work great for that kind of thing. Okay, is this something that she should take them up on? Let's see what we've got coming through for this. Let me try shuffling these again one more time. I don't know why I just don't. Let me try that again once more. I definitely sense that you've got some misgivings around this. I can feel that. I can feel there's this hesitancy. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some opportunities around this. You know, if there's for you, if there's a feeling that you really feel like you need to take this out of sort of either, you know, stress or duress, it's kind of telling you the situation will improve, you know, whether you take this or not, right? It says look for a sign, you know, look for a sign. I feel like there's something that hasn't completely fallen into place yet that, you know, gives you that like real clear yes or no about this yet. It's kind of like there's gonna be something that just tells you that this is right or not. Yeah, and something like that could end up being more trouble than it's worth, and I think that that's what you're also looking at, right? Because boy, my best friend had, you know, a piece of land that, you know, she had inherited from her dad who passed away, and that seems like a really good thing, but it's been a pain, right? And eventually it will be a good thing, but it's been a lot of frustration, a lot up and down too, you know, about, you know, getting it sold, developing it, all this stuff, you know. It's just, it can be a lot of headache, even though in the long term it's going to be good. But the opportunity card is here, you know, and the first shuffle I did, this card also came up. So I feel like, you know, this could be a good opportunity. It could be. But I feel like you're kind of looking for a sign to give you the green light. On the bottom is the perfect timing card, right? So I feel like it might be good timing. And if it's meant to be, I feel like the timing will drop into your lap the correct way. And it'll just be a very organic, kind of natural feeling of be like, yeah, this is gonna work out. That's the way I feel. I feel like overall I'm not getting that it's a bad thing, but I'm also getting a feeling of like you're just sort of waiting for either the right timing or the right like green light sort of sign to give you that yes or no go ahead on it. But overall, I think that whatever situations you're in right now, they're going to get better, whether you take it or not. That's just how I feel with this. And, you know, the way that I always feel about accepting something from a friend is always what kind of person and what kind of relationship do you have with them? Because I've got friends that if they offered me something good, I wouldn't hesitate to say yes, because I trust them, known them for years, know that everything will be cool. There's not going to be this tit for tat, or they're not going to expect something back out of me, that kind of thing. But then I've also had friends that I just knew that like if I took something from them that they offered, that there were strings attached, even if they were unspoken. So I just, you know, I'm putting that out there. That's what I feel about that. You really got to sort of fill that one out for yourself, because, you know, nobody can tell you that, the intricate dynamics of a relationship or friendship, right? That's definitely something that you will feel or not. Yeah. Got you. Okay. Yeah. And that's a different story, right? So he wants to pass something on to you. You're a good person. I know you are. And they probably know it too. They probably know it too, right? If it's something like that, if it's kind of a legacy thing and maybe they don't really have family that they feel super close to, or they don't really want to, or maybe they've already given stuff to the family, right? You know, that kind of thing. And they just want to make sure that they pass that on to someone that they know and trust, and they know that you will do something good with it, right? You know. Yeah. It's that legacy kind of thing. Now, this is interesting to me. You know, he might get better for a little while, or at least a little while, because we had meditation brings answers, improving health, and not the right time, right? So I almost feel like his health may improve for a while, or you know, he might go into remission, or something might happen there. So just ruminate on this. We're not getting any cards that say like a big no or a big yes, because we have those in this deck. Like we have 2 cards that have no, we have 2 cards that have yes, and things like that. It's sort of like the timing isn't quite there right now. That's what I'm getting right now. I would just sort of feel it out, you know, maybe talk about it with them. I don't know what their health prognosis is, but, you know, we've had this improving health card flipped out a few times. You know, they may start feeling better, you know, and not be quite ready to sign stuff, or not be quite ready to do that. I would play this one by ear, you know. But that is really, it's bittersweet, you know. It's like one of those things that's sort of, it's kind of sad, but it's kind of, you know, yeah. This one feels a little amorphous right now. I would say give it a little time. Give it just a little time. Oh, I love our trolls, Gwen. I was thinking about that on one of my walks recently. I said there's like different kinds of trolls, and it's like they're real. It's almost like subgenres of movies or something. You know, you got drama, you got comedy, you got romance, you got horror. And with trolls, it's like you've got sexual trolls, religious trolls, just stupid trolls. You've got, you know, you got a lot of subgenres of trolls. You got they're very specific. They all have like a thing. They have their thing. What kind of troll do I want to be? What do I want to specialize in? What do I want to special in? Harassment. Some of them will say really incendiary things. They're kind of racist or you know, xenophobic or bigoted. They'll come in with stuff like that sometimes. So you've got those. You've got like the socially inflammatory trolls. You've got, yes, the sexual deviant trolls that are just perverts. You've got the religious zealots that are like, you're burning in hell, you're practicing witchcraft. You get them. Then you got the dumb ones that will just come in and say things like, oh, I just farted. And you're like, oh, that's great. Then you've sort of got the backhanded compliment trolls. They'll come in and say something like, oh, you're really cute, but they're not really there for a good reason. You know, it's like you think they're being nice, but they're not nice. It's really funny. It's really funny because they definitely subscribe to their own like, you know, their own areas of expertise. Oh, yes. Then you've got the trolls with friends that will try to occasionally just flood your chat for a few minutes, you know, with like all their fake accounts and their troll buddies. Little troll armies that come in. Oh my goodness. Okay, Shanta, so the next one you wanted to look at is just a overall general love read. So let's see what we have got there. Let's see what we have coming up there. All right, love read for Shanta. What's going on in her love life? What can she expect? Ooh! So funny. I mean, you know, of course, we have felt this with you for a while. This is not going to hit you with super new message here of boundaries, right? Boundaries card coming up in a big way. And I think that that's been a very, very strong message for you. Is really having those solid boundaries in place in your relationships, right? It's like, look at that, you know, fiery ring of like, do not cross, right? And it's like, you have very high standards, I think, and it's really about like, what do you want to accept? What do you not want to accept? And on the bottom of the deck, we have the manifestation, right? And I just feel like you have this very clear intention with this card of like, I know what I want to manifest, right? I know what it is that I want to bring about, and I also know what it is that I don't want to bring about. It's very clear here. That's what I feel straight off the top for a love message, you know, it's just you have these very strong boundaries around what you will accept and what you won't accept, and it's like, I feel like you're also working your magic, you know, kind of, you know, that manifestation card reminds me very much of the Magician card in the traditional tarot with the one, you know, hand pointed to the heavens and one hand pointed to the earth. She's wearing the little antlers of power there, you know, of creation and bringing things into power and manifestation into the tangible world. We've also had that that big full moon there in that card, and it's a full moon tonight. So let's get some tarot, guys. Let's see what we have for Shanta, please, around love and romance and relationship dynamics. Yeah. Wow. I mean, to me, it's so like, oh, you just don't want any drama. Like, you really don't. You want good things. You want really positive things. And you really are so focused on not letting in anybody that's just going to bring unnecessary frustration, baggage, crap, all that to your door. Like, you just don't want it at all. Like, it's just such a strong message. So in the center, the immediate present, is the Wheel of Fortune. And that's our Jupiter ruled card. And Jupiter just went into direct motion. So I feel like you're kind of resuming a better cycle, starting a new cycle here when it comes to relationships. Because to me, the wheel is coming out of stagnation, things starting to move forward in your favor, fresh new start, end of delays, new progress. Could be travel, you know, because Jupiter is all about travel and expansion. So you could be definitely thinking about moving somewhere. Especially if you know, I know a lot of people, you know, that just go, there's just no good people around where I am. I feel like there's better opportunities for love, for career, for other things in other places. And so you may really be considering a big move. Or even a not so big move. It's just, you know, just getting out of a rut, getting out of a holding pattern. Yeah, it's the end of a cycle. Look at this with the Death card. And we're going into Scorpio season in 2 days. Hello. Yeah, this is a big transformation. You might be really contemplating a big move, something that really closes some old doors on something, you know, from the past and helps you head a new direction. Because, you know, Death card, it's like people get scared of that card, but it's like he's carrying this flag with the white flower, that innocence, the new beginnings, and the sun is rising in the distance, right? Because it's like we're going towards that new beginning, fresh new starts. In the immediate past, we've got the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So yet again, that Jupiter Sag energy is very strong. And this is restless. Like, I just get this feeling like you have been wanting to move. You have been wanting to break free of something, to change, you know, your locale, or maybe to change your here and now, the things that you're currently surrounded by. Is definitely itchy. It's like you got the travel bug, you got the itch to go move or do something new. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Like, and you really want to set some like new roots. That's the feeling. It's like you really want a strong new beginning. Ten of Pentacles is very, very whole, right? It's the whole thing. It's the grounding. It's, you know, having a good home, money in the bank, people around you that are loyal, that you trust, you know, having that feeling of time, you know, really, really being on your side. Wow. Yeah. That wherever it is that you want to go, it's like that's what you want to build there. That's what you want to have there. Going into the future. Yeah, you do. I know. You've always got a little of that travel bug. And it's definitely here. I mean, all these cards are cards of movement, past, present, and future. They're all going somewhere in these cards, right? Knight of Wands is definitely going somewhere. Six of Swords is definitely going somewhere. Wheel of Fortune, definitely going somewhere. It's all, you know, forward, not backward. So that's what I feel like when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships. I don't feel like who you're going to be with or who you even want to be with is somebody from your past. Like, you don't really, you're not interested in that. It's like, no, I'm moving forward. I don't regress, I progress. And that's the way I feel with this. Six of Swords, right? I mean, that's the classic, like, no more stress, no more drama, getting in my boat, leaving the old dark clouds behind, heading somewhere that's going to be much more positive, much more peaceful, embracing that kind of happiness. End of depression, end of sadness, you know, but it's a, you know, another major travel and relocation card. All three of these that came out in your past, present, future have that connection to travel and movement. And look at that, Queen of Wands. Yeah, because where you want to go is somewhere that builds you up and makes you feel confident and self-assured and gives you that like positive glow. It's a Leo queen, right? Using your magic, using your generous, big glowing heart, really getting to be who you truly are. You know, and I feel like this is the end of negative drama and the embracing of positive drama. Positive drama. You know, because Leo they bring some drama, but it doesn't have to be all bad, right? Because some of that drama can be super creative, the flair for the theatrical, good presentation, putting on a show. They know how to do it, right? They know how to really put on, you know, the full arts, like all the arts. They really know how to do it. So I feel like you're leaving like, you know, drama and chaos and gossip and all that in search of something that's going to build you up a lot stronger and just make you feel a whole lot happier. And I feel like, you know, in your relationships, if those have, you know, torn you down, or if they've kind of made you second guess yourself, or you haven't been able to be, you know, as much of the generous, warm, creative, fun, passionate person that you really want to be, that's what you're searching for, you know, and rebuilding that part of yourself. On the subconscious position, we've got the Nine of Wands. And this to me is your inner fighter. It's your inner strength, protecting what you've created, right? Protecting who you are, getting prepared, never giving up. Look at this, asking your angels for help, activism, environmental or animal rights. Yeah, it's like this is also that real revolutionary coming out in this card too, right? That's a strong card. And you might be kind of tired, you know, the Nine of Wands is a little bit of that battle fatigue because you've been fighting. You've been fighting that hard battle. You've been putting a lot of yourself on the line in order to stand up for yourself, in order to protect yourself. You know, so deep down too, I feel like you need just a little rest. Just a little rest on that one. Look at that. There's a lot of Leo energy, a lot of Leo and Aries. You know, you got a lot of fire in you. Look at the strength card on there. I do feel like you have a very, very tough core of strength. Like you are a very resilient, very strong person. And a lot of your strength does come from your positivity. Like you just know how to bring the sunshine back. It's like even when you go through hard times, periods of sadness, melancholy, depression, whatever, it's like the clouds are always going to break. You just have a natural sparkle that's hard to diminish, right? You know? And yeah, I mean, strength in the Nine of Wands in the subconscious is like you're strong, you're tough, you have the positivity. And it's also, again, like I said, very strong fire. It's like Leo, Aries. You know, you can't put that fire out forever. On the top, message from Spirit, Queen of Swords. There's our boundaries queen, Libra queen. It's like, yes, I mean, just drawing that line in the sand. It's like, you don't cross over this. And again, like I said, this is somebody that really does, they focus more on yourself. You focus on your career. You focus on you know, the things that you want to manifest. Because this is just releasing situations. People no longer serve you. It's that ability to see the humor even in difficult situations, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is, you know, she's got the feminine sensitivity and intuition, but she's also the Queen of Swords. That's that air element. And, you know, she doesn't mind cutting people out very quickly. And not, ooh! Queen of Swords on top of Queen of Swords, okay? Yeah, super strong message. It's like coming and going. You are not somebody that is playing games with anyone. And I feel like your radar is really up. I mean, that being in that position, that card being doubled, yeah, players need not reply or apply, right? It's like you just are not, you are not there for any stupidity, games, BS, nope, nope. That was your first card out too, was boundaries. And to me, the Queen of Swords is all about those boundaries, big time. I think all queens have a little bit of energy of boundaries, just in different ways. But the Queen of Swords is the most clear because she's Libra. She's like, I'm going to maintain harmony at all cost. You are not getting in here. You're not going to come in and cause a bunch of drama and trouble and bad problems for me where there weren't any before. What good is that, right? In a relationship, what good is that? And Libra is the sign of relationships, you know? So she does understand that give and take, that balance between two people. But what good is it if your life was basically stable and peaceful and then just somebody isn't bringing you anything good to the table, right? They're just bringing you a bunch of heartache and drama and chaos. It's like, okay, I was just doing a lot better without you. Please, you know, don't bring me that. Let's get a suggested approach on this. Page of Pentacles, yes, the adventure of the tarot. And I mean, there's just so much like movement and adventure on this reading. Like, I just feel like, you know, and it's that like pursuit of something new that's positive. It's like, you know that you have this coin of worth to invest. You know that you have what it takes to get where you want to go. You might need to be learning something new or trying something new, but these are opportunities that present themselves. Happy news about career, promotions, new area of study, somewhere new you might be going. Yet again, there's that travel connotation on that card. Six of Cups. Aw. You might be taking a little journey to the past a little bit, right? You know, there's a little nostalgia on this. Six of Cups is a Cancer card. It is, you know, and it does bring back those memories of the past. But what I feel, because all of the energy on this is very new, and it's all about leaving the old behind in favor of, you know, greater progress, is that you may just be trying to recreate some of the good things from your past. Like if there was something really positive from your childhood, or even really positive from an old relationship, you may be looking to bring a little of that energy through to the present journey that you're on and incorporate it into your life. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And look at that, our Queen of Wands is back as the suggested outcome, all right? Two Queens of Swords, two Queen of Wands on this reading. Very, very powerful. Strong Leo and Libra energy. It's that reminder, there's nothing you can't do. It's believing in yourself. Don't underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. Maintaining balance between your personal and professional life. I just feel, oh yes, and the Eight of Wands coming in, more Sagittarius and Leo energy. Really, really strong on this read. So much of that. When it comes to love, I wouldn't hold back who you are. That's my feeling. Like, be really strong within yourself. Demonstrate who you are. Don't like dim yourself down to make anyone else comfortable with you, because that's just not where it's at. You can't, like, you know, play yourself lower than what you really are. It's just not gonna work, you know. And I do feel like, you know, there's a lot of bright light coming in around you. I mean, Queen of Wands, that Leo queen, it's like she is just like that glowing heart of the sun, man. And it's like, you know, she has that little black cat, always that little black cat on her lap, right? That's that symbol of magic and the esoteric and the mystical. Because she knows that mystical, esoteric world. She knows how to work her magic, right? And I just feel like it might intimidate a lot of guys, but oh well, you know, like the right people won't be afraid of that. Because, yeah, you're a big, bright personality, and you shouldn't have to feel like, oh, I gotta, you know, play it down a little bit just to get the guy. It's like, no. Look at that, though. Out of the affirmation deck from the Making Magic was the Happy Love card. A joyful, stable partnership and good friends. So I just feel like there is a lot of love energy in this. We didn't get a lot of like partnership cards in this read. You know, we didn't get like Two of Cups or the Lovers or things like that. What I really feel strongest is like this really huge like strengthening of your own persona and like who you are. And I also really get that there's like there's just big movement, big change. You could be making a really big move. There could be some strong travel in here. Tons of Leo energy. Lots of Sagittarius. A lot of fire. A lot of Aries, Leo, Sag. A lot of Jupiter. Jupiter effect, which is expansive. Breaking past, you know, those old barriers. Huge element and emphasis on travel and movement. Death card there, you might be making some big changes that really, you know, shove a lot of things out. And of course, the boundaries. Two Queen of Swords doubling up. The boundaries card coming out. But I do feel like you're stepping into this master manifester sort of power too. It's like, I feel like when the right person is ready and you're ready, it's going to happen very easily. But I feel like right now, like, you are very much focused on you. You're very focused on you and what makes you happy. And if these guys or people can't make you happy, it's just sort of like, screw you, you know, don't mess with my bliss. Don't mess with my bliss. Don't mess with my happiness. Look what's on the bottom. The Six of Wands and the Emperor. I'm done. More fire. Aries energy. Six of Wands. Victory, success, recognized achievements. No holds barred. Like you are just, it's like you are meant to be a little firebrand right now. You are just meant to be yourself. Like no apologies. No apologies. Sorry, not sorry. That was a great read. That was very, very concise. I actually am kind of blown away by how many doubled up cards we've gotten tonight in the reads. Oh, sure. Yeah, in Shanta, it's your Aries moon, and your Aries moon, full moon tonight. So I'm selling, I think that you're getting a major reset with this full moon. Yeah, let me go check Daisy's donation real quick. I gotta look at my other computer in here to check that. There was a PayPal notification that I think it wasn't put through correctly, Daisy. You might want to double check it because it came through as a money request rather than as funds sent. It was from Juan Sarah was the name on it, so you might want to check it. Just make sure that you're sending rather than requesting. Yeah. Oh, hey, Hair Raisin, good to see you there. We haven't seen you in a minute. I was just thinking about you, wondering, hoping you were okay. Yeah, no problem, Daisy. I've got 2 more before you, so you got plenty of time to figure that one out. I know sometimes PayPal can be a little confusing. Yeah, take care, Barb. It's good to see you in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, Shanta, that was a great read. That was a lot. Just very, very personally empowering. Yeah. So next up is Tasha. Tasha Bow. Whenever she is ready, I am ready for her question if she is there. Oh, cool. No problem. Yeah, no problem, Hair Raisin. Whew. Sleepy tonight. I don't know if Tasha is still in the chat, but if she is, I'm ready for her. If she's not here, Gwen, we can go ahead and do your read, and then I'll come back to her. Ooh, crunch. Ooh. Yeah. I know. Got a good job offer just now in my area. However, I'm waiting for something better. that I have already applied for, but I would have to relocate for the latter. Am I going to move? Okay, let's do some angel answers on this first. Let's do that. That is a multi-layered question there. So I feel like, yeah, it's like you got a good job offer where you are, but then there's one that you like even better, but it's out of town. So I'm going to ask, should you take the local offer or not? Let's see what we've got. Dear angels, what do we have for Tasha? Should she take this local job offer and decline the other? Let's see what we have for you here. Well, when I asked, should you take the local offer, we got no. And the next card was, there's something better, which you said you have something in that you want that you like that's better. And there's the perfect timing. Like, timing is, you know, is part of this process, right? Wow. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got in the near future. In the near future. So I feel like this is all kind of unfolding pretty quickly. This is not going to take forever. But underneath that, we also have a year from now. So I feel like whatever it is that you initiate now, like a year from now is going to be even more, like it even more manifest. Like you could really progress very quickly and really positively in a year's time. Yeah, nice cards. But yeah, I think you're probably right to sort of follow your intuition on this. And, you know, like I said, I, you know, always take all readings with a grain of salt. Always. So do your research. You know, if you feel really good about the local one, you might want to consider it. But right now, it's saying, no, there's something better. So it's pretty clear on that. I'm going to pull some extra cards for you. See how this plays out. We have home and psychic abilities. So I just feel like, you know, with this, it's really very much about your intuition on where you want to make your home. Do you want it to be there where you are? Or does moving sound appealing to you? You know, does it feel good? Does it feel right? I would really, you know, just double check that within yourself, you know, because I feel like that's not going to steer you wrong where it is that you want to make your home, and you know what feels right to you when it comes to that. Let's get some tarot on this question as well, of how this job cycle will play out. I mean, it looks really good to me right now. That feels very, very nice. I do feel like it's, you know, right now, this is your present energy where you are with the Dreamer card, the Fool card. It is about taking a leap of faith, right? You know, it really is about trusting in the divine timing, trusting that, you know, the universe is going to work it out in your favor to its best ability for you, and not letting, you know, fears or anxieties get in the way of that process. It is about timing. And I mean, really, it's like, I mean, these are beautiful cards. Taking a leap of faith into the Ten of Pentacles here, you know, about your stability, about your success, about your financial future, and how well grounded you are. You know, in the immediate past, you had the Ten of Cups. So I do feel like you've really made some some big emotional, spiritual process is to trusting in the divine and in the timing a lot more. Going into the future, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. That's why I say this is a really nice reading for career, because this is my little Capricorn queen, very much about business, good business decisions. She's good with money. It's a little bit like a minor arcana empress, right? She's very creative, prosperous, knows how to create. She's got the little bunny rabbit, right? Very strong symbol of abundance and prosperity. Very sensible, you know, having a very sensible approach and practicality about how you proceed. I feel like, you know, it really says you're good with money, you're good with resources. The home is very positively impacted here as well, the Four of Wands. Very nice Four of Wands, right? You also had that card of the home, and the Four of Wands is about the home too. So I feel like going into the future, I feel like you're going to make good choices about where you make your home. On the bottom, you know, the subconscious energy is the World card. And again, this is another Saturn, you know, Capricorn power card, which has so much to do with our ambitions. Such a great card, because I just feel like this is a lot of success, and I feel like you're starting to feel that within, starting to feel stronger about yourself and where you're going. Usually the world is the last card in the major arcana, so it does symbolize, you know, the endings of one major cycle and the beginning of a new one. And it's usually a very positive beginning, right? It's usually something that, you know, comes as a result of hard work, a lot of challenges, a lot of learning of lessons, takes you to the next level, really. Saturn energy, right? And it's the end, you know, it's the end of this Five of Pentacles, which is that fear of scarcity, fear of lack, not having enough. You know, it's you've really worked through a lot here. I can tell with these cards that you have worked through quite a bit of those kind of fears, anxieties, stress, and I feel like you're stepping into and have been taking that leap of faith into a more abundant mindset and approach. It's like you're not coming from such a place of fear now. And, you know, you're getting these offers, which are good, right? And it's not that what you're being offered at home isn't good. It's just that there might be something even better that you're going to enjoy even more. Let's get a suggested approach on all this for you. Yeah, look at that. I mean, jeez. Both of these kind of came out together, so I took them both. Six of Wands and Queen of Wands. Recognized victory, success, achievement, breakthroughs. Queen of Wands is that strong Leo queen, very much believing in yourself, having the self-esteem, embracing confidence, right? Don't let yourself get down. This is that feeling of like you can make the things happen that you want to make happen. It's really about staying in that very successful mindset. Let's get a clarifier on this for you. But wow, that's very, very positive. And the Six of Cups. Yeah, I mean, this is really, I almost feel like too with this energy, you're realigning some old past ingrained habits or patterns that even go back all the way from childhood, right? Because the Six of Cups deals with that, you know. Six of Cups deals with those kind of old childhood memories, their patterns, sentimentality. So I feel like, you know, if in your past, if there was anything where you felt kind of, you know, a lack of self-worth, a lack of self-esteem, I feel like you're really transcending that. You're really rising above that old pattern that you might have had, you know, from way back. You know, it's a lot of kind of stuff kind of healing here and rising above it. Let's get an outcome card for you. There it is. There's that big death card. That's a big release there. Big transformation. Scorpio energy. And we're heading into Scorpio season here. So I feel like this is very powerful. I feel like, you know, it's like one old cycle of life is ending. A whole new cycle is coming in. You've got both the death card and the world card. Both of those cards deal with big transformative cycles, right? Endings that lead to the new beginnings. Yeah, Hanged Man. You might go through some back and forth, and there are some things that you're gonna have to release. There's no doubt, right? The Hanged Man, the Hanged Man. There's that Neptune energy, and it is about releasing some old things. So, you know, if you're getting ready to move or make a big change, that makes a lot of sense. You might be throwing things out. You might be releasing old ways of being, old ways of thinking. It's all going down. It's all going down, honey. This is a powerful read. Let's get an affirmation on it for you. Woo. Let's see what comes up for Tasha, please. The Festival. Yeah, I feel like with that kind of card, with that Festival card, the blueprint, energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event, I feel like you might be invited to something. That could even be a good job interview. I mean, you know, that's the kind of energy that this has. And it's like, it creates this really beautiful, successful energy where things just all come together. It's like all of those plans that you had to create this event or create this moment have all come together really perfectly. You're a Scorpio, I believe, right, Tasha? I'm pretty sure you are. Pretty sure that you have, you're a Scorpio. So with that death card coming in as well, I feel like that's your own power card, you know? And it's just, you know, that's to me a very strong thing. Like you're really coming into your own with that. Great read. I mean, these are great cards. All right, guys. And Gwen, we are ready for you, babe. Right, if this offer comes, yeah. And I have a feeling it will. With those kind of cards, I have a feeling it will. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, again, those cards. The first one was no, there's something better, and perfect timing. So, like I said, I always tell people, of course, we are, as readers, always required to say this is for entertainment only. You know, you make your own decisions with your own life. You know, it's like you have to do what's right for you in spite of whatever the cards say or, you know. But as a reader, you know, if I get cards like that, I'm like, it's pretty darn good. You know, it's not for nothing. It's definitely something to put into your arsenal of information that you use going forward. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, Gwen, you just want me to do a little general reading? All right, let's see what we've got. Is everything okay on your end, Daisy? I don't know if she's still fighting with PayPal. If it's too difficult, you can use the super chat option. I think that Gwen has been encouraging people to use PayPal more because they don't take as high of a fee by a big margin. YouTube takes a huge amount from us. There is just no doubt about that. I like the ease of it, right? You know, heck, I use super chats sometimes when I'm watching, you know, people I like, but I know that if they have a PayPal link, it's always better. Right. Yes, I agree, Gwen. You know, and that's something that you may want to take into your consideration, Tasha. Like I said, you know, it's not that the local job offer is bad, right? It's not saying that. It's just saying that there might be something in the future that you like even more. But if you want to take the one right now and see if the other one comes in, there's nothing wrong with doing that either. You know, I'm a Capricorn. I'm all about covering all the bases. So don't, you know, do what's right for you. If you feel like you need to go ahead and take this, yeah, do it. Oh, I know. I think the YouTube fees are something like 30 to 40%. And PayPal is less than 3%. So there you go. It's a huge margin. Yeah, you got a Capricorn you got a Capricorn and a Virgo here advising you, Tasha. You know, we're gonna be like, do the thing that, you know, is gonna cover your butt the best. Absolutely, absolutely. You gotta make sure your bread and butter is coming in. I know how that feels. That's it. You gotta do what's right for you. All right, let's see what we have for Gwen. Oh, dear angels, dear ancestors, guardians, and guides. Let's see what we have for Gwen. Let's see what we have coming in for her. General messages, anything that you would like her to see or be aware of the most. Let's start with a couple of oracle cards. Oh, like it. We have commitment. Very beautiful card. The raven and the dove here. It's magic and peace coming together. And we also have the good luck card. One of my favorite cards in the deck. I love the cat with the crown on. And he also looks like a giant cat. Like, he looks really big sitting next to those trees. He's like a dinosaur-sized cat. But I love both of these. I do feel, I mean, now if you were in a relationship or love situation, if that was what you wanted to focus on, this is a beautiful card for that. It is. It's just such a nice card for this. You know, it's like literally tying the knot. But in general, just as a general, you know, energy of this card, I do feel like, you know, the magic and manifestation of that raven and the peace and harmony of the dove are coming together. And so that just feels so good. And I always feel that when you have a commitment kind of card, it means a lot of things. Like, it's committing to yourself, to your life path, to both sides of your personality and both sides of your, you know, subconscious and conscious mind. It's the yin and the yang coming together. And manifesting things with a lot more peace, right? A lot more tranquility around your situation. And I love the good luck. I love the good luck because it just feels like great fortune. Oh, soul sisters, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. I got you guys, anybody that's watching this, go join their channel. They're awesome. I got a little personal read from them the other night. They're really good. They're so good at what they do. So yeah, love your channel, guys. You two are just wonderful ladies here on YouTube. I met them through the Nasty Women. So yeah, it's really good. It's like really, really good. And Soul Sisters, whenever you get a PayPal or Super Chat option put up, definitely I would love to contribute to you guys because you deserve it big time. I'm a big advocate of good readers getting paid for their work. I am. I'm a huge advocate for that because it's important. It's important. But yeah, so the good luck card, you know, to me, that's just such a feeling of like living it up, feeling good in your skin, having that crown of success being on your head. It's just a happy energy. Yeah. Let's get into Yeah, Soul Sisters, anytime I'm live, come on in and let my followers know about you, because I love to help, you know, get you more subs and get you more traffic to your channel, for sure. I really believe in supporting each other on here. It's a big deal. Yeah. Because right now I don't have as many people in my chat because I finished all my generals, and now I'm just taking, you know, personal questions. So let's get into your tarot, Gwen. Love those cards, though. Commitment and good luck. I feel like it's also being committed to your own abundance, to your own prosperity, to your own happiness. You know, and cat energy to me is very independent. It's very self-empowered. So it's sort of like, yeah, it's just kind of committing to your own success. Oh, yeah. I know, and I feel this. Oh my goodness. It's not been the easiest time, Miss Virgo. It's not been the easiest time, I know. Oh my goodness. So right in the center, yeah, we do have the Three of Swords. And I know it hasn't been the easiest for you. I know there's been a lot on your heart, a lot on your mind, you know. And a lot of times we focus a lot on the heart energy that's in the Three of Swords, because it's like the swords are through the heart. But we forget about it's the swords. This is a sword suit, and that deals with our mind. It deals with anxieties, fears, sad things that we tell ourselves, you know, going round and round and round. So I do feel, of course, this is a card of recovery. It's a card of, you know, healing that comes with time. It's personal growth that comes out of those challenges. It's a letting go of the past. It's like it's time to pull the swords out of the heart, right? Let's get a clarifier on this for you. Yeah, 3 and 3. That's interesting. Yeah, 3 of 3. So I feel like, you know, there's a lot of work that goes into this recovery, and you don't do it alone. And I think that you've sort of realized that, is that this recovery process doesn't happen just by itself. The Three of Pentacles very much brings in that need to turn to other people or accept the help that's coming in. So definitely never shy away from good people that want to help you through that process, because it's really helpful for you. It gets you further to your goal of healing. And in the immediate past, we've got the Hermit. You know, we got the Hermit card, and that's your Virgo power card. So I really do feel like you have been doing a lot of work. You've been doing a lot of personal work, you know, meditation, meaningful solitude. It's that journey of self-discovery that goes on with the Hermit card. So there is, I mean, there's just a lot of healing. And I do feel, even though you may not feel it right now, I do feel like you've stepped into your personal power. Absolutely. Look at this. We've got the Strength card clarifying the Hermit. So you really have empowered yourself, even if you don't feel like that right now. And part of it is because when we start to exercise new muscles, it's sore at first, right? It aches at first because we're not used to it. And emotional muscles are just as real as physical ones. Yeah, I know after I do a big workout and haven't done it in a while, it's like, oh, it aches, but oh, it's good because you're strengthening yourself up. And so I feel like, you know, by empowering yourself and really working through some of this healing, some of this recovery work, it's very good for you. It's really good for you, but it can be painful too. It can still feel like, ooh, because, you know, you're working muscles that you hadn't worked before. So you're still on that journey to me of recovery, personal healing, and it's good not to go it alone when you've got the Three of Pentacles. You know, threes are all about building things. Threes are all about building and manifestation and working towards your goals. Two of Swords in the immediate future with that Two of Swords, that Libra energy. So I do feel like coming up into the future, you will be having to make some decisions. If there's been anything that you've been kind of procrastinating about, or putting off or kind of avoiding because you don't want to deal with it, it's going to be time to definitely bring it up to the surface and work through it. I love the messages on this card. One of the things that really popped out just said, follow your own heart rather than trying to make everyone else happy. And it's interesting, you know, because the Three of Swords is so much about the heart. And then we have the Two of Swords. And so that could really relate back to that three. It's like, instead of trying to please everyone else and be everything for everyone else, it's time to listen to your own heart. It's time to do what's right for your own heart rather than trying to suit everyone else. And that could be part of why you've been having some of this heartache, some of this like, ooh, you know, going through that process. You know, but the Two of Swords, to me, it's like it's about coming back into balance. Come back into balance. It's very important. You know, part of it has been, you know, really, it's like, because she has the Two Swords over the heart. It's really about heart protection. It's like, I don't want to get hurt, so I don't know if I want to make this choice. I don't know if I want to take this blindfold off and look at all this crap, you know? And the Five of Pentacles on top of that, you know, we've already talked about this. It's that fear of scarcity, fear of lack, fear of loss, fear of being cut off from source, cut off from the divine. Because, you know, within the sanctuary behind her, it's the lights are on, it's warm in the building, it's cold outside. And so it many times is a choice. This is very much a choice. It's a card of decision and coming out of indecision. To say, I can either stay out here and feel lonely and cold and separate, or I can try a different tactic. I can walk around the side of the building where the doors are open. I can get in there, right? Instead of staying out here on the side of the building that I can't access. It's definitely a card of decision. And it's interesting that, you know, we talked about that number 3 being a very powerful card. On the subconscious position, we have the Empress. And the Empress is the number 3. It's Taurus energy, Libra energy, Venus-ruled card. And it is very much about that prosperity, abundance, creating, you know, what you need for yourself. It's that Earth Mother. And so I feel like subconsciously, it's like that you've got that in you. You've got that in you. You've got that ability to give birth to your dreams and to create the abundance and the success that you want. It's all about bringing it up to the surface, you know? And the Five of Cups. I do feel like this is, it's a need to really let go of the things that haven't worked in the past. There's a little bit of a feeling of kind of dragging the past around into your future, and you don't want to do that, right? And, you know, it's like, I think that there's a normal grieving process. I do. And if you're in the middle of it still, it's okay, right? It's okay. But you don't want to focus only on the things that have let you down or gone wrong or been disappointing. You also want to realize, hey, these 2 cups over here are still upright. I still do have really good things that I can focus on. And so that's why I feel like this going into the future, it's really a matter of perspective. What are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on, you know, the things that are going really well or the new opportunities coming in? Or is it going to be a focus on the stuff that has not worked out? Because it's like you don't want to let that sabotage the good things that are coming in by sort of creating that self-fulfilling prophecy, like, oh, I know this is going to go wrong, and then when it does, you're like, see, we do it. I mean, we all do it. We all do it. That's a challenge. That's a challenge that we have to break out of. We all struggle with it, no doubt. It's just part of being human. As you said, let's see, I've knocked out quite a few important things since the weekend. Yeah, see? Right? Yeah, well, sometimes it's just, yeah, and I suffer that too. We all do. Those moments of procrastination and things like that. Yeah. Who knows exactly why sometimes we just get stuck in a rut. Especially if we're kind of on our own, we're doing things on our own. We don't have a whole lot of people to sort of, you know, call us on our shit or, you know, kind of illuminate us to our own processes sometimes. It's okay. You know, it's okay. It's what we do. On the top, you know, message from Spirit is the King of Swords. I think that has a lot to do with why for you. It's that you've really been trying to maybe overthink, overanalyze. That's a definite Virgo thing, even though that's an Aquarius card. It's a very good card in a lot of respects, you know, but the negative side of it is the overthinking, overanalyzing, overworrying, right? Planning too much, right, isn't always good. Like, because then you can get into that place. I was talking about this today about, you know, being a musician, and I know a lot of other musicians that it's like they might want to record or they might want to do something and they never put it out because they are never satisfied that it's perfect or not. It's like you can't do that to yourself. It's never gonna be quote unquote perfect. You gotta birth that project, gotta birth that baby. You know, it's gotta be born. It's gotta be pushed out into the world, right? That's it. Let's get into a suggested approach here on all of this. Let's see what we got. You know, and the Queen of Cups was on top of this King of Swords. So I do feel like the advice on that is really to blend the head and the heart, right? The emotions and the thoughts. Ooh, yeah, suggested approach is the Seven of Wands. So continue to stand up for yourself. Stand strong in your power. Don't let other people tear you down. Choose your battles wisely, whether they're battles with other people or battles with yourself, right? With your own mind. It's about kind of having confidence and you know, having courage. This is a very courageous kind of card. I have that quote that I like that says, you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. And that includes in our own mind. Like, we don't have to engage in it. Knight of Cups, right? Because I do feel like there needs to be sort of this emotional, intuitive movement. Knight of Cups is very Pisces aligned, and that's the opposite side of Virgo. So it's important to exercise that intuitive, creative, emotional side of yourself as well as that more analytical, practical side. Get a potential outcome. Queen of Pentacles. I really like that. I think everything's gonna be fine. I really do. There's our little Capricorn bunny rabbit queen. You know, this is such a good card. And it's the Empress energy again. You know, Queen of Pentacles is like the minor arcana Empress of the deck. So yet again, I feel like there is that definite message of, you know, it's self-reliance, self-ability to create and manifest what you need. It's that, you know, fabulous earth mama, you know, that's just like knows how to create what she's got to have, right? It's very resourceful, very practical, very loving, but also you know, a hard worker, somebody that really has the ability to put in the effort. And the Chariot. Wow. Really nice cards here. I mean, this is to me just, and yet again, you know, we have that water energy. There's the Cancer card, you know, it's like really using that subconscious, your intuition to guide you forward. It's a blending of the head and the heart going on in this read. Yeah. I think, you know, on the bottom again, Seven of Wands coming up a second time with the Seven of Swords. And I feel like that's a big part of what's been tough for you. It is because you've had to deal with ne'er-do-wells and crappy people and liars and thieves and all that stuff in the past. And I feel like it definitely puts you on guard, but I think that should also encourage you that you've gained a lot of knowledge. You've gained a lot of wisdom from your past, right? And now you know how to handle that stuff and those kind of people. Ooh, those want to come out. Okay, we're going to take them. Water and protection. Yeah. I mean, that water element is coming through big. Like this feeling of needing to use your intuition. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. And then the card of protection. Strong protective magic for the home and the family, you know. And that's another thing, too, is that it's just embracing that energy of protection, knowing that you're safe, knowing that you're okay. Because it's like, I just feel like, you know, the message that I'm getting is like you've been rattled to your core in the past, you know, and that kind of thing, it's traumatic and it takes time to heal. And you may always deal with a little bit of the echo of it, sure, you know, but it doesn't mean it has to control or define you going forward. I think you're also, you're in a learning process of what's worth fighting over, what's worth, you know, going to bat for, and what it is that you need to just not worry about. Just don't sweat it, right? That's another thing too, because when you've gotten messed with a lot and when you've been through stuff like that, it makes you kind of hyper vigilant. Like you feel like you need to respond to any tiny little thing that could turn into a bigger thing. And that's not true. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be in that energy. But it takes time for your, you know, whole being to kind of catch up with that realization that it's like, I don't have to fight every single little thing, right? It's not like that. But it may feel like that for a while simply because of what you've been through. And I think that's kind of that Seven of Swords, is choosing those battles. It's like, which one of these do I actually have to show up for? Which one of these, you know, do I actually have to handle? Yeah, that's good. And I feel like that's very positive with those two coming through. I feel like that kind of thing is like, it's really integrating now, which is nice. Let me go check the PayPal for Daisy, because I'm ready for her as soon as that's cleared. Okay, Daisy, I got it. It worked. So I'm gonna do a general reading for you and see what comes through. Oh, it's already your turn. We're ready to go. We are all ready to go for you, honey. All right. Let me grab my tuning forks too, just to clear. All right. Whew. Okay. Let's see what we have got. Dear angels, guardians, guides, and friends. Let's see what we have for our beautiful Pisces. Miss Daisy in the chat. Anything that she needs to know, hear, or see for her own best good. Let's start out with some oracle to get some major themes for you. I like that. All right, so we've got dreams is coming up first. What a surprise. You are a Pisces. You do rule the realm of dreams, and we do also have prosperity. So my feeling is you're getting a lot of messages. A lot of stuff is showing up in your dreams, and you might also have a lot of dreams for the future that involve prosperity, that involve abundance. You may be really, there could be a lot of concern on your mind too around prosperity, around a greater flow of abundance coming into your life, right? You're looking for those opportunities to create more abundance, more prosperity, and maybe bring your dreams to life, right? There is that sort of like manifestation of your dreams with that as well. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of protective energy around you too. I just saw like a big flash of blue light, and to me that's always Archangel Michael's energy. So I feel like you do have more protection around you than maybe you're quite aware of, because it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong there. Let's see what we have got in your tarot. Yeah, I do. I feel like, and you know, you're going through, what you're going through is not, it's not weird or strange. A lot of people are experiencing this same feeling right now because we're definitely going through challenging times. There's just no doubt about that. So right in the center, we've got the King of Wands. Very strong Aries energy. It's leadership, it's masculine drive, assertion, aggression, forward movement. And so I feel like when you get this card, it's like a minor arcana emperor. You know, this is like really about taking action, going forward, maybe taking on more responsibility or a greater role of leadership. Yeah, if you're a Aries cusp, you're certainly going to feel that fire sign energy. So this may really be encouraging you to move ahead somewhere in some part of your life very strongly. Kind of really going after what you want. King of Wands goes out and gets what he wants. Don't wait for other people to give it to him. I mean, just like, I'm going to go get that. And in the center, clarifying, we have the Three of Cups. So to me, this is a happy card. It's, you know, celebration. It's friends coming together. It might be good news that you receive from someone, or you receiving good news yourself that makes you feel really good. Your friends may be helping you, you know, move forward, or you may be, you know, organizing something with them. It's a very happy card. It's very upbeat. You know, you kind of need that. You know, you need a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness in your life. So if people want to come in and help you, or, you know, bring something good to you, let them do it. In the immediate past, yes, there is that Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like, again, you know, there is that feeling like maybe you feel like I need to get a new job, or I need to go back to school, or I need to get, you know, some kind of job counseling or something that will help me to advance forward, right? I got that news today, but we'll see how it plays out. Cool. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles is really positive because it really can be greater abundance coming into your life. Yeah, and just really taking the leap of faith towards that with the Fool card. You know, it's like you really don't want to overthink it. Because, you know, going into the immediate future, I mean, here's that Five of Pentacles. This is, you know, Gwen was dealing with this. A lot of folks are dealing with this right now. It's that fear of scarcity, lack, not having enough. You know, it's a tough little card because it can represent those negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges, right? Fears surrounding money or finances. It says, you know, don't hesitate to reach out to others for help if you have to, if you need to. You know, and it again, like I said to Gwen in her reading, it's the same. It's like, it's a lot of times, it's many times the sort of choice that if we've only been trying one way of getting where we want to go or one way of connecting, it's like we've got to try something new, right? It's that image of, you know, being outside, feeling cold, feeling alone, cut off from source, while inside it's warm, it's inviting. And it's like we have to make that choice to get up and go around, try different parts of the building. You know, one of those doors is probably open, we could get in there. But if we just sit there kind of wringing our hands and feeling sad about things and sad about being stuck outside, nothing's going to change. Three of Wands. And, you know, part of this right now, Daisy, I feel is kind of waiting for your ships to come in too. There is a timing thing to this anytime we have a Three of Wands, especially if you've already done a lot of things and you might be going, well, I've already put out, you know, resumes, or I've already done a lot of legwork to try to change this around. And now it's like, if that's the case, you've got to wait for things to come back to you, right? The Three of Wands is waiting for the ships to come in. It's like, look, I already did the stuff. I've already printed the forms. I've already, you know, submitted whatever I needed to put in. And now I got to wait for it to come back to me. I've got to wait to hear back from this, or I've got, you know, maybe there's money owed to you, right? And it's like you're waiting for that to be brought back to you. On the bottom in the subconscious position, we've got the Capricorn energy, we've got the ego card. So to me, you know, this is the same as the devil in the traditional deck. And so that can be a couple of things. It can be a couple of things. It can be those worries, fears, things that kind of keep you immobile. You know, and it's really about breaking free of that. You know, it's about breaking free of it. It's that illusion of feeling kind of trapped or stuck. And it's really about changing some habits, changing some negative routines, doing something that just empowers you more, makes you feel better about yourself. No, don't get stuck in a negative routine or cycle. And, you know, to me too, you know, the devil card can represent any kind of routine that's not healthy for us. And that can be, yeah, worrying too much, overthinking something too much, all of that. Oh my God, what is up tonight? We keep getting these doubling cards in so many of these readings tonight. Look at that, the devil on top of the devil. So double up that message. I mean, this is like, and I feel like, you know, at your core, like you really have a great work ethic. Like you really do, because the devil is Capricorn energy. That's my Capricorn. I'm a goat. You know, that's our major arcana card, right? The positives about this: very hardworking, loyal, determined, ambitious. You follow through really well. But the really challenging thing for the devil card and for Capricorns is that we can really get stuck into some bad habits and routines. We can really deny ourselves a lot of joy and happiness and just turn into nothing but a little worker bee. That's all we do, right? And we just never get to have any fun because we're so chained to the job, right? So, you know, that to me, doubling up in the subconscious is like, you're very hard on yourself. And that's another thing that I would say with that. You know, Capricorns can be very hard on themselves because we have very high standards, and you may be very similar or going through a cycle where you've been very tough on yourself. And it's important for you to be a little nicer to you. Be a little nicer to who you are. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. But it could be time to really set yourself free from some old habit, some old cycle that has not made you that happy in the past. On the top, message from Spirit, it's a Page of Pentacles. And so that's a very bright energy. It's kind of that new adventures card, right? It's like you might be taking on a new job. You might be going back to school. You might be getting some good news about career promotions or scholarships, something like that. It's many times it's like you may not have a lot to invest, but you got something to invest. And you know that if you do that, it's going to build on itself and become very positive over time. Yeah, but you worry about it. You stress out about it. That's the challenge, right? There's that Nine of Swords. You get into a lot of sleepless nights, you know, a lot of anxiety around, oh gosh, what should I do? Which way should I go? All of that. Yeah. It's like it's, you don't want it to become a source of stress, and it might be sometimes for you. And that's something you want to work on, something you want to look at there. Let's get a suggested approach for this. Yeah, managing stress around that would be a really good thing to do. Yeah, it's decision-making time. You and Gwen, I'm telling you, Pisces, Virgo, flip side, you're getting a little bit, a few similar messages. Yes, you're going to have to make some choices. You're going to have to come out of procrastination. Same message. Follow your heart rather than trying to make everyone else happy. Don't overanalyze. You may have a lot of information coming at you very quickly, because sometimes the Two of Swords is an information overload. It's a Libra energy, though. So ultimately, it's like coming out of that procrastination, going ahead and making those choices is going to bring greater balance to your life. It really will. Yes, and the Queen of Cups, there it is. You know, there's my little mermaid queen. Yeah, she's very strong Scorpio energy, but of course, if you're a water sign, you're going to definitely resonate with this. She has very strong emotional boundaries. She's very, you know, discerning about who she lets into her world. She's not going to help just anyone, right? It's really about, you know, she keeps the lid on that cup, right? Because she's not just going to let anyone in to her inner sanctum of her emotions. But she is very sensitive, you know, very compassionate, all the things that come with being a water sign. So I think it's really about using your intuition and honoring your emotional boundaries as you make these decisions, you know, and you know, finally come out of this procrastination or overanalyzing of things. Let's get a potential outcome. Yeah, I like how much the Queen of Wands has been coming out tonight. I feel like it's just such a strong card. And I feel like everything's going to be okay, you know, when I see this. Because what I feel with this, you know, outcome is that it's like you're going to get your mojo back. You're going to get your self-esteem, your confidence, your can-do attitude. It's the Leo Queen, right? Very bright, you know, stepping into the spotlight. Plus we had our King of Wands. Now we got the Queen of Wands. You know, it's a nice card. And there is a definite need for balance between the career and the personal life. I would say that that's true with the Devil card too. It really is, because Capricorns many times don't acknowledge the fact it's like, you know, Capricorn, it can't be all work. I know you like to work, but it can't be all work. And so that Queen of Wands is about that too. You might have a really good partnership, you know, whether it's your love relationship, or some kind of partnership, because you got the King and the Queen of Wands in this read. And when I see that, I feel like this is like that little power couple going on there. And our Page of Pentacles coming out again. Really nice doubling up of cards here. Page of Pentacles twice. Yeah, this is, like I said, it's that energy of, should I take some classes or go back to school? Should I try a new kind of job, you know, venue or outlet? Where do I want to invest my time and my energy? Where do I want to invest my money that I do have? You may not have a ton of money, but it's like you've got enough to invest, right? You've got the energy, the time, the resources to put into something. Yeah. It's time to go. It's time to get going on it. Let the past be in the past. Put that 5 of Cups behind you, right? It's time to start manifesting some things. Let's get an affirmation on this. I like it. We have the Star card coming out of here. And this says, the silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. So I feel like, you know, this is a very hopeful card. Anytime we get a star card, it's, you know, light at the end of the tunnel. So thank you, Soul Sisters. Yay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Have a great night. Well, thanks so much, Daisy. I hope that helped some. I think these are great cards. I just, you know, I feel like a lot of us are, you know, a lot of folks are going through that process right now of, you know, concerns about money, straight up. Like, just concerns about, you know, resources and having enough. Don't get me started on my rant about inflation and why things are way harder for people than they should be. They shouldn't be as hard as they are. There's no, you know, we don't invest in our people. That's the trouble in this country. We just don't invest enough in our people. But that's a rant for another time. Guys, well, thanks so much for being here, everyone, tonight. I really appreciate everyone's energy, time, donations. Thanks for everyone who got a personal read tonight. Have a good full moon. Have a good full moon. We'll see what comes out. We'll see what manifests. 3 months ago, how nervous I was. Yes. Right? Exactly. Yes, Daisy. That's that thing. That's that thing in, like, that 2 of Swords, you know, it's like that fear of, like, oh no. Oh no. How can they deny that if that's something that you're owed? I don't know exactly how all that works, but that just doesn't seem right. It's like, if that's something that you're owed, that should be something that you could appeal or something, because you're already getting disability from him. Oh. But is it adequate? Like, what you're getting, is it adequate? That's the thing. And I know it's one of those things that it's like, sometimes stuff like that, it's like you have to involve lawyers, and then that costs a lot to do. That's not very much, Daisy. That's like nothing. That is like nothing. I can't even buy groceries for a month with that. That's not enough. My sister goes through it. She's got a kid, and the you know, the ex-husband, the dad is just always acts like, oh, it's such a hardship. It's like, yeah, well, you both wanted to have this kid, you know, so you gotta come through for him. It's just not cool. That stuff is not cool. Uh-huh. Oh, geez, that's ridiculous. Wow. That's so frustrating. Yeah. Um, I mean, oh gosh, yeah, that is a whole conversation, Gwen. You hit the nail on the head with that. Absolutely. Yeah, there should be so much more support. Absolutely. There should be. We need so much more, so much reform with social programs. And you know, I don't know your exact situation and things like that, but um I'll ask my sister like what she gets and what she does, because I know she pretty much applies for like anything, anything and everything that she can, you know, apply for and get. She does it, um, and that's how she's made it through. Um, caring for mothers disabled, battling cancer. Yeah, yeah. I know. And so it's like, it's just one layer on top of one layer. It's like you're doing so much for all these different people. And it's just like, yeah, wow. Whew. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'll reach out to other folks that I know that are going through similar things, because there's a lot of people that are. Um, and there might be things, and I know that it's like a lot of times people don't want to apply for, you know, SNAP or food stamps or things like that, but it can really help. Like, it can be so freaking helpful. And I know, like, it's one of those like horrible catch-22s where they put that thing on you where it's like you're poor enough to like get certain things, but it's like if you have to be like destitute like to get certain things. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be that way. No. um Thought for sure I had this in the bag. My ex was on board and not bothered at all, but when I got the call it felt horrible. Yeah. So who made that pronouncement? Was it the courts? Because I don't know the process you went through, because you might be able to like, I don't know if there's, you know, even if you had to retain a lawyer just for a little bit. Yeah, it is. I think it will, Daisy. I do think things will turn around. I don't think it'll stay this way forever. Um, right. He could still give above the minimum. Oh, okay. You know, there's a lot of lawyers that will offer like free consultations and things like that for family law. I would just ask. Like, I would just call around and just, you know, say, here's my situation. Is there anything that you think you could legally do about it? It would, you know, you may not need that much help, and it might end up be worth it in the long run. It just really depends on what they say. I honestly don't know a lot about it personally, but I feel like that might be a good thing to try at least. Um, and I'm also just, you know, from my astrologer point of view, I'm saying, you know, all of this happened during a Mercury retrograde that you're talking about. So it's like things during Mercury retrogrades, they're often not the final word. Just gonna put that out there. You know, you might be able to come back and circle around to that situation and try something new. I just hate to feel like you're dealing with that. I don't think it's gonna stay in the same situation forever. Told lady, got a letter saying virtual hearing in the 16th. She said she was gonna cancel that and close my case. Wow, that seems so wrong to me. How can they do that? Especially if you don't agree to it. That just doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. I would definitely like just try to find like a lawyer that deals with family law that does free consultation and just see what they say. Just see, because, you know, a good lawyer will be very upfront with you. You know, not all of them are good, of course. They have quite a reputation, but you'll know. Like, you'll know if somebody is just like, if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. But if they're going to be very straight up with you and say, here's what I can do with this, you know, I would just, I would just give it a shot, because that just doesn't seem right to me that a caseworker has that much power to like cancel something like that. So why can't they change it to support? Right. Every little bit helps. Precisely. And I guess what she's saying is they won't ever change it from disability because he does have mental disability. So that's like, they're not going to get rid of that, but they're not going to add support onto it either. Nevada just don't care. Yeah, a lot of places don't, unfortunately. Wow. And how old are the kids? How old are they? Mm-hmm. Right. Yes, exactly, Gwen. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily give up on that. Do welfare thanks to that. It's helped so much with food and medical. Good. Yeah, at least there's that. But it's still tough. It's still tough. I get it. You know, 160 a month is like, that's like nothing for, oh my gosh, for one, oh my god. That's just not, that's not, mm-mm. That's not enough. Is he able to hold down a job? Right, of course. Of course. Oh my word. Yeah, my ex-husband had to give me bunny support. We didn't have kids, we had bunnies. So whenever they needed to go to the vet, I'd call him up. Like, I need some bunny support. And we still had a good, you know, pretty decent friendship, so he never minded helping me out with them, you know. Wow. Yeah, that's just tough. Just getting tight on money, so yeah, exactly. Exactly. 10 and 7. Yeah, so they're still pretty young. Wow. Yeah. It's a lot. That's a lot to work through and take the pieces apart to figure it out, but I just don't feel like that caseworker should be the final word on it either. I really don't. I feel like there should be someone that could do more for you than that. Right. And that's, yeah, because there is like in some states, it's like if you're basically doing the work of a caretaker, caregiver, they will give you a certain amount. Yes, take it up the chain of command. I would see who's, you know, everybody's got somebody that's above them. Everybody's got someone who's in charge of them. And it's just a matter of talking to the right person. And sometimes, you know, like, I don't know the living situation that your mom is in. I don't know if, like, moving in with her or staying with her is an option for you. You know, it's just different things like that that might help to alleviate some of the bills and some of the strain, and at least give you a little bit of a break for a while. Exactly, Gwen. She told me she was going to get certified to be caretaker for a neighbor, and she gave me info. Looks like they might just have it in-home caretaker. Yeah. Right. Yeah, don't give up. I bet some things can turn in your favor there. Have to call the number and find out. Yeah, just do it. It'll, yeah. Whew. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right, ladies. I'm going to take off, gals. I've got to go get something to eat and get a little rest. I'm pretty tired. But man, we'll be thinking about you. Come check in with us and tell us, yeah, what's going on. I hope so too. I'll keep my dragon claws crossed. Yeah, definitely. Oh, no problem. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're all here. All right, folks. Well, have a good night. Yes, definitely. I mean, that just staying in a good frame of mind can make such a difference in how you get there and all of that. So definitely you're coming at it from the right place that way. Take care, y'all. Take care, Gwen. Take care, Daisy. Everyone have a good night. I'll be seeing you again soon for sure. All right. Take care, guys.